What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
What's up, guys? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the Q&A show. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Welcome to the new panelists. Thank you again for joining. Make sure you guys hit the like button because it is free. Okay. Let me mute some of y'all because one of y'all got feedback. But if you are interested in coming on panel, you have to message me on IG and just say panel. Just don't say nothing else because I'm not going to ignore you. Say panel. Please be patient, fellas, because there are a bunch of men waiting to come on. So please be patient. You're here seeing new men cycle on. Ladies, don't be nervous to come on here. We won't bite. But welcome to the show. How are you guys doing this evening?
Fabulous.
Good. Doing
Ready
good.
to go. Good. The first topic is about Diddy, and they was kind of trying to talk about it in the back. So I hope you guys have that same energy in the back before we start getting into it. If you don't know what's going on with Diddy, go to Netflix. They have a new documentary about Diddy. I just seen the first episode, so I'm mad I didn't get to finish it. But let's watch this clip and talk about Diddy. No Diddy.
Never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account in how he was coming off to the public.
The exclusive video also shows Combs in Harlem greeting fans.
I'll accept it. I need some hand sanitizer. Hold on. I got it. I've been out in the streets amongst the people. Yeah, I gotta take a bath. Like the amount of people that actually I'm coming in contact with, like that's what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like 150 hugs.
You're a public person as well, and there was one instance in Harlem, and his reaction when those people
Went away.
Got in the
car and said, I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was it show you his character. Wow.
Okay, so what are y'all? Who hasn't seen the documentary?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen him either.
Wow.
Okay, cool. We can still talk about the Diddy situation though, but who has seen it and what input do you guys have on it so far?
So I just watched it over the weekend. I didn't plan on watching it, but got up Saturday morning. Wife had it on. So like, all right, whatever. I'm not doing anything. We'll watch it. So previously, before this all started, I have no opinion of this guy whatsoever. Don't really care either way. Watching it, there was some stuff that was interesting, but overall, I feel like this guy's like most celebrities. His celebrities are all weirdos. So who really cares? And as far as the people goes, they're all their gripes. All of them, you hear all the stories is all the same, where they had this moment of, do I really want to do this? And they all decided that they wanted fame over everything else. So can't be mad with what happened. You know the price of fame.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it. I saw all of it. I just finished the 4th episode today where they were talking about Cassie.
Yes. Oh, good night, babe. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Look, good night.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
I like to put it to sleep.
Yo, we're live. We're live.
My take on it, I definitely thought it was kind of biased because, 50 Cent and Diddy have their own little battle because I think 50 Cent used to mess with his baby mama or Diddy used to mess with his baby mama, whatever the baby mama.
Daphne Joy.
Yeah, it was like that. But at the same time, I knew that it was biased, but at the same time, they kind of did connect the dots because so much death was surrounding Diddy, Kim, Biggie, Tupac, and it kind of made me think, and I didn't even know about when he was a promoter for the Trample.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because that was before my time. I wasn't even in the street. So that was kind of made me connect the dots. Like, yeah, it is kind of coincidence that all of these deaths follow him. So it kind of made me think differently.
I think that was just a coincidence. I don't think he had any, because if he had anything to do with any of them murders, trust me, he wouldn't have. He would be in prison.
Nah. I don't
think he would have been in prison. Simple.
I don't think anything real quick. The reason why
he is
I
in
was
prison,
the only one connected to
Mike,
it.
y'all.
Like it's too many it was too many people
Right.
for my thing. I
Right,
thought it was a little
exactly.
weird where
thought the
everybody
documentary
was
was-
working with Diddy and everybody and all the people who can testify against the claims magically turn up dead. So it was a little weird.
And first off, can we just say, you guys, that I thought Diddy was hood. He grew up in private school, so he already put on this facade like he was from the streets, and so that was something insightful
I didn't know
about
that
the
either.
documentary.
I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
Right?
But he
A lot of
painted
people in the
the
industry
picture.
do, though. It's a lot of them just
Oh,
have a
yeah.
persona.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And right. And so that
he did.
already lets you know he was putting on a facade from the very jump street to try to be somebody he wasn't. And so he just kept up with that impersonation syndrome. And I think, people are probably mad at 50 Cent or whatnot about how he's doing this documentary. But truth be told, I just think the devil don't play fair. Diddy's getting what he's sown. You reap and you sow, and that's what's happening. And it's coming out. And I think more stuff's going to come out. And even when they were talking about the connections to Tupac, I knew when I was young, I was like, nah, he set up his own friend because he wanted the spotlight.
That's
Move people
another
out
thing
the
that I
way.
saw in the documentary. I didn't even know because again, it was before my time. I didn't even know Tupac and Biggie and Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, they were all friends
Right.
Yeah.
before Diddy got involved. So I'm like, okay, out of nowhere, this one person, they were all friends before, no beef. And then out of the nowhere, this one person got in and made them all enemies. I thought that was interesting because I didn't know.
Right.
I thought it was a lot
was
of
watching it from-
bitterness. I thought it was a lot of bitterness from people, that he made millionaires or
Right.
made their life better. Like, what I'm saying? I didn't see any thanks for that. I just like,
Who made people's lives better?
Well, Diddy.
he did. Like, what I'm saying? He zeroed in on that person and that person because in those times, if people remember, everybody wanted to be next to him. So, I mean, that guy was literally on the yacht while he was on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? And in that Love album.
You know what it is, Simple?
Oh, wait. Let
Go
me
ahead.
From
just
that.
say this. So, and when things don't work out, then they go he did this to me route. You know what I'm saying?
The money
I
runs
don't think
out.
that's it.
No, it's
I don't think that's it. I think
Right.
That's why
that
he
when
beat those charges like he did.
That's not true, Shampoo. He is known for doing good business. He is a bad business person. You
That
really
part.
people that have these aspirations and hopes to make it in the music industry and actually have talent, and then you use them, abuse them, and then you don't pay them their money. I don't think it has anything to do with, oh, well, he didn't do this specific thing for me, so now I'm going to jump on some sort of Me Too way. When you do bad business, and I'm going to say this too, when all of this stuff was coming out, look at how much support he did not receive.
That
all
part.
the parties he's thrown, all these events that he's had. And when it came time for these same individuals who are willing to party with you to defend your honor, to keep your black man out of prison, it was crickets, because people know better than to defend someone. They absolutely know. We won't talk innocent or guilt, but who obviously has a disregard for human life, looks at like me.
Oh, baby, damn.
No, for real. Like, she's speaking truth.
It's the truth, and I'm not a Diddy advocate at all, and I have no problem with Curtis Jackson doing what he did. I thought it was hilarious. He was adamant about doing this on ABC News because that's the only news that they can play inside of the prison in which he is in. I think it was extremely strategic, but we know this about Curtis Jackson, which is why he's so relevant and so successful, even without doing the hip hop. He obtained is needed for that documentary legally, while Diddy's team is trying to get Netflix to take it down, but the legalities were appropriately taken.
That now when you talk about legalities, when they started talking about how Diddy made Biggie pay for his own funeral out the state or whatever, now it's coming out that that's a lie.
And it could be a lie.
How they know that though? Like, what?
Talk about his character, the type of person he was.
Wayne Barrow, Biggie's manager, is coming out with a statement and came out with a statement and said Diddy paid for everything. He paid for the funeral.
But people still have to do the interview,
services and everything. Which I said, why wouldn't he? He wouldn't not pay for his
I
funeral.
mean, say what you
Doesn't
want.
make any sense.
In the court of law, once you lie once, a judge could erase everything else that you say. Once you lie once, they could erase everything you say.
But I think we got to focus on his character and the type of image that he had. Though he had all those celebrities around him and everybody was messing with him, maybe because he was the hottest or he was on top, he still treated people badly. Everybody around him could contest to that. And I think Diddy just
because when he was relevant, everyone loved him.
Well, he was relevant. Everyone loved him.
People all jumped on a bandwagon. They were all jumped on a moment where they can make some coin off of it.
Well, but there's also a lot of people who
and this is his get back. I came up in the city, and I came up in the city with Diddy, Andre Harrell, Kimura. I hung around these people. Ain't nobody was talking any of this when he was relevant.
No,
these people are nothing but opportunists, bro.
The Danity Kane chick talked about it years ago.
Aubrey.
They also talked about it years ago, but she was just like, oh, people overlooked it because they thought she was crazy. A couple of people spoke about Diddy and Speckles.
You guys,
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
If you watch Making the Band, you saw the type of guy he was. I watched stand him from after that show. I was like, that is the devil, and I was young.
The devil?
I would never love him.
Come on,
a lot of these people are nothing but opportunists, man.
I wouldn't say he was the devil, but I will say this. Now, as many people have rocked for him in the past, there's been double the amount of people who have came out nowadays to say something against him. It's been more than
it's money.
But you guys, think about it. Think about where he really got his money from. He had to go to Clive Davis.
Hold on. How can y'all quantify the support that he has versus the support? How can you quantify the double the amount of people came out against him? How do y'all come up with these wild numbers and accusations when y'all making these assessments? I'm just trying to understand what y'all talking about.
I look at it like this, Anton. I look like the amount of support or the amount of love people demonstrated when he was on top, when he had the key to the city. Everybody was, you know, all on his side. Everybody was all at his parties. But as soon as he got in trouble, look at the support. Like, you rarely heard any interviews having his back from different type of platforms. You rarely heard any celebrities speaking out.
Well, why would somebody else want to put themselves at a disadvantage when they got a career? Wait, hold on. Let's think about this for a second. Why would somebody else want to put themselves at a disadvantage? Because for every person that y'all will say, there's plenty of people that they would say he did good business. French Montana will say he did good business. Young Jock never said anything negative about the type of business that he did. Why aren't people taking responsibility for what they signed up for?
But look at where French Montana is
at. Babs, for example, inside of the documentary, said that she went and she reviewed it with her lawyer, and her lawyer said, this is not a money contract, this is a fame contract. And guess what they did? They still signed it. If you watch Making the Band, because I watched Making the Band when it was happening, every last one of them was going at Sarah because Sarah wanted to review the contract with her husband, and then they all fought her and went off on her, and they made and they peer pressured her into signing a contract, and then they came back and said, hey, where's the money at? When it was them as grown people,
but they were young.
It doesn't matter. You're okay. So you grown enough to go to the army. You grown enough to fuck. You grown enough to do all of this, but you're not grown enough to make a decision on whether or not you should actually roll with this contract or not.
Wait, okay. So I think they got manipulated by the fame, because that's what the enemy does. He dangles the fame.
She said they didn't even have her lawyer, and her lawyer told
Sarah
her.
did, but the others may not have had
Babs
the
said it in the documentary. Babs said it in the documentary.
I remember that. She did say that. She said, I went to my lawyer, and my lawyer said that all he's selling you guys is fame. But you got to think in a young mind, when you feel like, okay, it's just like people networking now. I may not be able to have the bag now, but if I get in the room with somebody, there can be an opportunity. So they probably was looking at it from that standpoint, like, okay, I may not have the money.
So basically, what you're saying is that there is no responsibility.
That's his,
no accountability.
But see, this is why I tell guys all the time that you have to be careful with the women that you surround yourself with, because guess what's gonna happen? Because when you up, you're gonna get your dick sucked. They're gonna love on you. They're gonna take all of the trips, and they're not gonna ask no questions. But when things start to go bad, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna lose all the support. And then they're gonna say, I didn't know. I was young and was.
That's why you gotta watch the company you keep. You gotta be mindful.
But at the same time, you don't come out. Those same people that was up don't come and defend him.
You can't sign up to hang with me. Because let's be clear, everybody wanted to go to the Diddy parties.
Facts.
Who? Not everybody.
Nobody. Listen, Diddy was legendary from the time he came in the early 90s, all the way up until his downfall. No fucking body had a complaint about going to a goddamn party.
Nope.
That's my point.
Nobody had a complaint.
You know what this documentary
nobody wanted to defend him. So there's more people coming out.
Because when you have a scarlet letter on you, when you have a stain on you, and your money depends on your popularity.
I would bet my left nut that in 2000, 99 to the 2000, every last one of these women, if they was of age that's on this panel, was going.
Oh, listen, no, I'm gonna tell you, I have
all of them will have
opportunities to go hang out with celebrities.
You're not going to
I guarantee you, I would bet my left nut that in 1999 to the 2000.
Nope, I made a decision not to.
Women was going.
No,
Anton, there's probably some dudes on this panel that'll probably be down with it too.
No, I was, and I said no.
You know what this documentary told me? That people are easily manipulated, and all you
I
gotta
don't think
do,
that's true.
That all you gotta do is paint a narrative about somebody, and people are going to automatically have this narrative and this perspective. You know,
that's not true. I think you already have your feeling about.
I was just celebrating the nigga. I seen a sold out, Earn Your Leisure. Diddy is the main speaker, Black excellence, white party.
Yeah, that was just that.
Let's
Wasn't
go
that long
to the
ago.
Rock Nation party. Billionaires roll. I seen black people celebrating Diddy. Key to the city. Black
For what? I
excellence.
wasn't.
Black
Don't put me on that
excellence.
bandwagon.
All of y'all fucked with him,
I
and
didn't.
then y'all switched up. As soon as you seen a domestic violence situation,
No.
now all of a sudden the devil is coming to collect.
No, I never fooled with
If the
Diddy.
devil
I
is
never
coming
liked
to
Diddy from the
collect,
very
then
beginning.
I would say that every person that listened to a song, bought an album, went to the No Way Out concert,
Never bought an album.
all of them,
Never bought
all
a
of
Diddy
the
album.
people
Didn't
that
rock with
has
him.
ever, if you've ever sipped Ciroc, then if the devil is
I
coming
never
to
sipped
collect,
Never sipped
if the
Ciroc.
devil is
Not
coming
even
you.
to collect,
like
if the devil is coming to collect, then all of y'all are the demons.
No.
The same thing that happened to the same thing is happening to Megan right now.
That's a
As
whole
soon as-
documentary about Al Shore. Al Shore wrote a damn book about it.
Is that all? Is that all it takes?
Everybody
is-
who's coming to speak
Is that
against
all
Diddy.
it takes? Is a documentary and a CNN
No.
thing?
Y'all
By
better
the
use
same man
discernment.
who
No.
allowed
For
his
y'all
son
to-
to be
for y'all
raised
to
by
switch
Diddy.
up.
By the
And
same
I
man who allowed
acknowledge
his
the
son
fact
to be
that
raised.
nobody has come to defend him. Who
And
has
Al
come
B.
and
Shore was
spoken good
talking shit
words?
about Al B. Shore was talking about Diddy too, and he took his son in,
His son.
and he was more of a father
Yeah,
Nah,
to
but
his
y'all
son
keep
than
trying
he
to
was
paint Diddy.
afterwards.
No, like Anton
You out of line
said,
with that.
people trying to paint Diddy
One
like
mic,
he
y'all.
did something great for the
I'm
community.
saying,
Have
no.
you ever heard of him
I'm
doing
not
any
painting
type
nobody
of
no way.
big
What I'm
community
saying
event?
is, what I'm saying
Anything
is,
that was
let me tell you the difference between me and everybody else is that I keep the same energy. I don't switch up just because
right,
it's popular to do so, and that's
right.
the difference.
And you
I
shouldn't.
know that every single hoe and every single nigga. Let me tell you something. They had this little ride nigga on there. Ain't no
Oh,
fucking
man.
way in the world.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Right.
man.
That
I
was
don't
his.
care.
Nah.
I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much power you got. There's no man in the world that could convince me to give him my ass.
I know.
But
Yeah.
you know, people sell them out all day for
No.
These people are opportunists,
I don't
man.
understand
These
why
people
you
are
continue to
There
stay
is
opportunists.
there
no
8
man
years.
on the face of this planet that can convince me that can wake up next to me and I'll be like, you know what? Not a big deal.
But Anton, do you think every man that was involved?
Ain't no bed. You a grown fucking man.
Yeah.
Everybody that is
But
on
he
this,
should have. But he
sore.
should
He
have
woke
left
up
when
sore.
the murder scene happened.
Right.
But he was so.
every
He
person
didn't leave
that
because
was
there was
on
opportunity
that
there.
documentary,
Right.
every last person that was on that documentary is a bitter baby mama type chick.
I
Cassie
don't
too.
think they're
And it's
bitter.
easy,
I think-
it's
Don't leave out
easy
that
to
bitch.
paint a
Cassie
narrative.
too.
I don't think they're bitter.
It's easy to paint a narrative off of people complaining.
Okay, so whether they're painting a narrative or not, they contribute to the success of Diddy, and he did not recompense them. He did not pay them for their talent.
He
So
did. He paid them
I
according to the
understand.
contract
That's
that
like
they
you
signed.
going to work and not
He
getting
paid
paid.
them according to the contract that they signed.
No, he didn't.
You the type of person that'll go and get a job and then get mad at the manager for not paying you what you feel like
No,
you deserve.
no, I'm the type of
But
person
you
that I ain't
but
gonna
you accepted the contract and they told you that we signing you up for this.
No, that's
What
not
you
true,
mean?
Anton.
What the fuck you
I'm
talking
just
about?
saying
Like,
that
you
he did
signed
not
up
pay
for
that
it.
man. He didn't even pay the cameraman. You admitted to
A lot of people.
that's bad business. Why would you not pay the cameraman that you are asking to videotape?
Did you hear the juror? It was a man. It was a woman juror that was on the jury, and she said when Diddy was nodding and reacting to testimony, she was nodding and right along with him in agreement. And it was another man, older, seemed like he was Hispanic, and he said that they signed up for that, and now we're supposed to believe that he did them wrong when they stayed. That's why I've always, ever since I was little, I used to just I don't understand when a woman gets abused like they say. I don't think she was abused. I think, you know what I'm saying, he had a problem and she didn't mind it. But everybody around her minded it. And that's why I enjoyed some of the documentary when they showed how happy she was. She was having the time of her life. She was having the time of her life. If anybody knew what they signed up for, it was her. She should be in jail right next to him.
Facts.
No, I don't know about that.
Yes, she should.
Yeah, she recruited people. She recruited people.
Like
Cassie recruited people.
Cassie used to recruit the guys.
No, I'm talking about the artist. Yeah, I'm talking about the artist. Cassie was definitely in it.
No, listen. We're absolving everybody of responsibility.
Everybody
else.
else.
It was only Diddy, and it's his fault. And that's
no,
it.
I'm not. I don't think we're saying that.
No, I don't think we're saying that.
If you are in charge, you have to take the greater responsibility, right? You have a nurse and you have a doctor. The nurse assists the doctor, but it's the doctor that signs the paperwork. So if malpractices come, they don't go after the nurse, they go after the doctor and they sue the doctor.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that you're missing. This is the thing that you're missing out of all of this. Diddy won.
What did he win?
Definitely won.
What did he win? Y'all think he's gonna come out here and be
the fucking federal? Let me tell you something. The federal government came against him, and they tried to pin him.
The government.
And they didn't, and they lost.
But guess what? They lost here, but there's also a court in the court of heaven that God is. He's watching.
Yeah.
So you guys think he's going to die? You guys think he's going to
We're not talking about having.
No, I'm just
right
saying.
Now. We talking about right here on this earth with all of these fake women that's acting like they didn't sign up for it. Listen, even the jury. If you look at the last video, the last one, the jury was like, man, these people was not believable. These people was lying. They was capping. They wasn't believable. So just because the court of public opinion says something doesn't necessarily mean that what the truth is.
Oh, so you don't think the justice system the only reason
that Diddy is even in this position in the first place is because people didn't get their money. That's the only reason that we having this conversation.
I guess there ain't no
only reason that we have person prosecuted. It's the only reason why Cassie came out. It's the only reason why Aubrey O'Day is here because she got fired. It's the only reason why the assistant showed up. It's the only reason that Mark Curry bitch ass is on the documentary with his old ass complaining is because they felt like they was worth more than what they really are.
Mark Curry was a trash actor.
But you know what? It's that type of mentality that we still allow people to get bent over and robbed and messed up because we have a mentality is like, well, if you don't hold yourself, if you don't do it for yourself.
Documentary too, like producers who have worked with him for years also came out and be like, hey,
Stevie J is one of the Stevie J is one of the original hitmen that was with Diddy, all of the hits, and he has never said nothing about Diddy. He has always and said that Diddy was one of the biggest people that he's still rocking.
Because Stevie J's scared. That's why.
Oh, you know him? You know him? You talk to him?
I'm just saying, if you ain't coming out against somebody, but look at where he's at. Look at his state. If he was supposed to be his hitman,
I'm asking.
He said, "Do you know him?" He said, "Do you know him?"
I'm trying to understand if you got some information that I don't have.
No, it ain't about. I'm just saying he's scared.
He's scared. How you know that though? How you know that though?
Patterns and trends to recognize and come up with a solution or come up with a opinion about something. All these people, just like I think that's.
I'm able to look at things objectively and call a spade a spade.
I think she said
it earlier. Diddy is a bad person
because they don't want to mess up.
I'm able to look at it objectively and call a spade a spade.
It is objective.
I mean, even Mary J. Blige hasn't said anything.
He's full of demons.
Listen.
So for the same amount, that's what I'm saying. Nobody has a good thing to say about Diddy. What about Mary J. Blige? All of this artists said,
and check this out.
Listen.
I've never said anything. 112 has never said anything.
The same deal, and
if everybody talking at the same time, nobody can hear anybody. I'm able to be objective and call a spade a spade. I think that if Diddy would have took care of his people and spent some money, all of these people would have went away, and none of these people would be complaining. I think that Cassie is a piece of shit.
Me too.
I think that Diddy is selectively a good businessman when it benefits him, but at the same time, people need to take responsibility for associating themselves. I think that Diddy is a bad person when it came to letting fame get to him and then turning over into the monster as far as letting the industry control him and feeling like he had a God complex.
And drugs.
But at the same time, I'm also objective enough to know that he was not convicted, nor was he culpable, or was he responsible for a lot of the shit that y'all accusing him of? Because a lot of people get accused of shit that they not necessarily. It's people in jail. There's people in jail right now that is getting released off the Innocence Project from being accused of shit. And if you want to convict him for domestic violence or for being a cuck, then that's one thing. But you can't say anything just based off of an accusation. An accusation doesn't make it true. And everybody that did business and associated himself with him, they need to take responsibility for what they signed up for and what they participated in.
Absolutely. Because if Cassie, wait a second. If Cassie's is getting so-called abused by him, she has a responsibility to get away from him. She obviously had a loving family behind her. She wasn't going to be homeless.
Wait a minute, Patrice. Can we point out that it was alleged? I'm not disagreeing with that.
Don't say she was on drugs. Say she was taking drugs. Don't say she was on drugs.
This is a person who had a homemade bomb sent to Kid Cudi to blow him up. I'm telling you now, if you told me that you can blow a bitch up, I'm sucking that dick till I die because don't nobody want to get blown up.
Oh my gosh.
So the young lady, his assistant, well, she's not young no more. That's why she's bitter. The girl that said she got kidnapped in the park. No.
I called BS on that immediately. I called BS on that. She never said. She said I was kidnapped, and then she just went on to the next point. At no point did she say how she was kidnapped.
She said I was threatened. She said he threatened to kill me.
No, she threatened to kill. That was when she first started working with Diddy because he found out that she has a connection to Suge or something like that. That's what that was about. But she said she was kidnapped with the whole Kid Cudi thing and Cassie. But that whole thing was nonsense. I heard that in real time. It's like, you say you got kidnapped. How?
When they took her to the park to talk to her. They took her to the park
the fact that these people, I'm not trying to say they were victims. I'm not trying to say that they weren't accountable for their actions of being part of that business. What I'm trying to say is, as a community, if you have, no matter how much money you have, you can buy and get away with anything. And that's where we need to understand that it can't be about money. Money can't cover up the things that are being done wrongly to folks. Like, if you are a business person and you are strategic and you can make moves, it doesn't have to always be done in blood. It doesn't always have to be done in murder. Do things the right way.
But why you say murder? Who murdered somebody?
Some money, you gonna
she believe anything that's told.
Who's murdered somebody? Who murdered?
I'm just saying, in blood. Like, when I meant in blood, I'm talking about you're doing things the wrong way. Just like, you know how Diddy got rich? This is how I believe Diddy got rich. When he went to Clive Davis and he went and sold his soul to Clive Davis, all of a sudden he got those $1 million, right? Remember when the Bad Boys were kind of like, they were struggling, and he went to Clive and he got that 1.2 million.
Clive went to him. Clive went to him.
I think that's when he sold out. He sold his soul. And if you're gonna dance with the devil, you're gonna do devilish stuff.
But why do you think he went to Clive? Why do you?
Let me ask you a question.
His soul isn't on trial.
It's not about his soul. It's about him being a representation of our community.
Is this your first time?
And if we keep glorifying these type of men, that
first time here.
We're always going to be in the same type of turmoil year after year, season after season. We need to hold people who are supposed to be leaders in our community or represent Black excellence. That's not Black.
Patrice, is this your first time here?
Yes.
You only listen to gospel music?
I do. I'm a Christian, but I haven't always been a Christian. I was in the world.
No. I said, do you only listen to gospel music?
I only listen to godly music, actually, gospel music. I don't even. You
only listen to godly music,
which is the new. Godly music is something different than gospel. I'm not no Kirk Franklin supporter. I don't believe every gospel artist lives righteously and loves God. I think it's an industry. I think it's a money business. I think they're there to make money. So I'm very selective with who I listen to when it comes to putting things into my spirit. I've never been a fan.
Let me ask you a question. So you don't listen to no R&B, no nothing.
I like R&B music. I don't listen to it as much as I used to, but I do like some R&B music. Yeah.
Are you married?
I'm not married. I'm single.
So I just the only reason I asked that is because I want to know what I'm getting myself into in these conversations. All right.
So Patrice, I have a question.
Yes.
I hear all that you said, but as far as holding him up as, hey, he needs to operate differently because he represents people. This is the problem with the community in general. He doesn't represent me. Why are we taking cues from him? He just has money. That's it.
Right.
No, people. No, hold on. People, if you wanted him to do better, here's the thing: not take the bag. Don't just because I want this to happen. I have dreams. Do all this. I'm gonna forget all the stuff that I know comes with the industry. I'm just gonna go with it, and whatever happens, happens. If people decided, hey, I'm not gonna sell out, because really the people who are selling out are all the people who now coming out and saying X, Y, and Z happened. If you got your money, you wouldn't be talking about all this stuff.
But Andrew, the thing about it, we are adults here, but you have a whole youth, a generation that don't have our mindset, that do look up to these people as leading examples, or as mentors, or
and that's
as
our fault as adults. Your
Right,
child never idolize someone they don't know.
we got to teach our children that, though, right?
Well,
We gotta teach them.
that's why his mother and his father, or his mother primarily, she gave him the best. She sent him to the best schools. She took extra jobs to get him an excellent education. That's why he had the ego that he has. My father used to say, you got to raise falcons. You have to raise people to think that they're better than anybody else. That's why he held himself like that, because he was raised like that. He wasn't raised like most. Wait, hang on. He wasn't raised to like most black families say, you just as good as anybody else. That's how black people raise their kids. You just as good as anybody else. That's telling the kid that they're not. So you have to tell them, like my parents told me, you're above that. You're above that. So you hold yourself above that. And I
do agree with Shampoo with that. I do agree with that. But I also think in the documentary, I'm just speaking with in the documentary, he took the business from his mentor.
Yes.
Like his mentor raised him, and it was like, fuck what you said, mentor. I'm gonna take this shit from you.
And
like
Andre didn't like that. Andre didn't like
it. So it matters. I think that he has riches and fame, but I think it matters the way that he got to the riches and fame. There's definitely people in the hip hop industry that are rich and they earn it a certain type of way that didn't with shady business.
Like who?
Like Nas. Nas is a billionaire, and he didn't do all of that.
Well, first of all, you don't know Nas's net worth, and you don't know what.
I don't know, but I do know that he came as a hip hop mogul, and it's now a successful businessman. I don't know what his network is, but ain't nobody talking about bad about Nas.
Jay-Z. I think you mean Jay-Z.
I think it's a way of how you earn that fame.
It does. It matters. And I think what Shampoo was saying about how he was raised with his mother giving him the confidence to, that he's the greatest. I think it was opposite. I think he was lacking because he didn't have a male in his life to tell him how to.
He did have a male in his life.
No, who? Andre? You're talking about Andre Harrell, whatever his name is. That gentleman.
Well, listen, he had a father.
Birds of a feather flock together. Why they became so close? You don't think they was doing cricket stuff together? Man.
Who?
Yo, this is crazy.
Let me ask you something.
This is crazy.
Let me ask the religious young lady. Do you think Cassie has any blame in this situation for getting her ass kicked? Do you think she has any blame for that?
I do. I think Cassie has an accountability. Let me say something about Cassie. I think she accepted, she said, I'm going to put up with what I put up with because she wanted the lifestyle. But what does that make it right? No. She was also 19 going into very naive at 19 going into a situation. Oftentimes, younger, that's what I'm talking about. When you're young, you're blinded. You don't have the mindset of a wise adult.
19.
So she was with an old man before him. She was with an old man before him.
Mm-hmm.
She knew exactly what she was doing. She was with an older man.
I'm not saying she didn't. I'm
and she also has
she
parents.
accepted the consequences of her choice. I remember being in a
I
relationship.
made $70 million. Ain't that money?
What I get from it because I wanted it.
Wait. Hold on for a second. What consequences did she get?
She accepted the consequences of being drugged or taking drugs.
What consequences? Well, this is what I'm asking. What consequences did Cassie face?
None.
She faced not having peace. Like, can you imagine going home to being beat up every day, to being drugged every day?
Wait,
Oh
you
my
wouldn't
God.
you wouldn't get beat up for $70 million?
I would take a beating every day, Shampoo. I
I'll
would take
get
a
in the
beating from
ring
you.
with the for $70 million.
A black eye and all that shit.
No,
For
you
$70
ain't about to
million?
grab me. You get money. That's the problem. Money.
And you going to
money's the root.
Aruba.
The love of money is the root to all
On a
evil.
private
Heck no.
plane.
Man, I'll get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather right now.
Nah, that's
For
why you
$70
guys
million.
are selling out. That's a sellout. If you don't do anything for money, you're selling out.
Are you saying she signed up to be a freak, but she didn't sign up to get beat, pretty much?
I didn't think she didn't realize how great the consequences were going to be.
Yes, I think that's what you were trying to say. It's like when you sign up for something, they don't have to tell you in its full entirety what they expect to do to you, but you should be mature and intelligent enough to say, well, if it's not up for, what am I really getting into? You have to share.
Was she not capable of the same violence? Do we not remember how she threatened that person and they had it on the trial? She was capable of the same violence.
You talking about that man that impregnated her?
She threatened somebody. She threatened somebody with death. She
And
said
they
she
had it
threatened
on
to
recording.
kill somebody.
They had it on recording. So
Is this when she was with Diddy?
Yeah, I think that's who Rebecca's talking about. The man that was like, I guess, the favorite partner of the freak offs who would have sex with her very often. It was like their favorite freak off buddy.
he threatened to leak. He threatened to leak something, and and she threatened that man with violence, and so we don't know how much. And I'm not blaming women. I'm not one of those people, but we don't know how much she antagonized. She started the physical fights. We don't know any of that. We just saw the outcome.
Do you guys know that when you're in a relationship with somebody, you start acting and becoming?
Y'all.
You really think that all that elevator scene was for nothing? Like you think you don't know what happened in that scene. You don't know what happened before that.
You don't run down the hallway butt ass naked to beat her up.
Do you know that she was trying to take his clothes out in that bag? That's what happened.
Call the police. You know what I think? When a man is in a situation where a woman is taking things too far and it gets to the point where you have to physically stop, you can't do that.
I've never been.
So let me ask you a question.
I'm going to say this, you guys.
I don't know
I've
how
never been
true
in a
this
domestic
is.
violence situation when it comes to a relationship between a man and a woman. So I don't know what type of stronghold that is. We can say all day long, get away. Why didn't you leave? I don't know.
No. Hold on, wait a second. And then the chat noticed too. That's what the word on the street is that she had 50,000 of his money.
Oh my! Is 50,000? Wait, is $50,000 a lot to a millionaire like him?
It doesn't matter.
Billionaire, and yes, it does matter.
50,000 will get your ass kicked. Like, for real, 50,000 get your ass kicked.
Wait. So you can steal 50,000 of my money because I'm a millionaire?
But why is that now coming out and it didn't come out when that happened?
Because Diddy hasn't said anything.
It don't matter what she stole. You don't
because we don't blame victims, right? Even
But
if
we
they're
don't. None of us know.
Wait,
None of us know if that's true or not.
Yeah, we don't know if it's true. But what is true? He mollywopped her.
Hold on one second. Daily, you said what now?
I said that it does not matter what she stole. That's
still $50,000 from me and see what
Man,
happens.
nah.
Wait a minute.
That's crazy.
Daily, you wrong.
No. Still $50,000.
But we don't know if that's true, Antoine.
You're saying that you would chase a woman down the hallway with nothing but a towel on.
Exactly.
Still $50,000.
Yeah.
We don't know if that is true or not.
Man.
We didn't see no dollar bills coming out her bag.
Well, I do.
We didn't see anything in that elevator but her getting.
I've seen people beat
So we can't even run with that narrative.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let y'all have that.
But we do know that the day after she got beat by that elevator on video, by the elevator, she came back to apologize to Diddy.
Back.
We do know that.
You
Right
know
back.
that. You know it's a cycle, right? You know
Oh my
domestic
God.
It's a
violence is
cycle of love.
People
It's a
go back to
cycle of
their abuser
love.
all the
It's a
time.
cycle of love. It's a cycle of love.
I don't know if it's love.
I'm trying to figure out where's the accountability
I
for
mean,
Cassie
take
in this.
Cassie out of it.
We can hear y'all.
I think Cassie was just as toxic as Diddy.
No.
Cassie was
can
just
agree
as
with that.
toxic as Diddy because she left a good man. She was before Diddy, she was with what was his name? Ryan.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Nobody.
Ryan Wesley. I think that was his
Leslie.
name.
Ryan
Wesley.
I think she was toxic. I definitely agree.
She was just as toxic as Diddy. The only thing that I push against Diddy was there's a lot of death following him. That's
A lot of death.
Too much coincidence. I'm sorry, but it's just too much of coincidence to ignore. It might not be provenly at the court.
Stuff is all circumstantial.
But
that's where it matters.
It's all circumstantial, but it's too much of a coincidence. And he did his artist wrong.
Right.
Signing that deal. Yes, they knew what they were signing. I'm not arguing that. But he knew the deal was more beneficial for him than anything.
Let me ask you a question.
Like, why even?
And then second, the way that he treated his own mentor was fucked up. So
Let me ask you a question.
all of that to me just makes him. It's just
Andre Harrell was no victim, and Andre Harrell was no victim.
I'm not saying it's just.
Y'all seen this documentary?
I want to ask y'all a question about his business partner. His business partner at the end that was with him from the beginning he said he had 25% in the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he went to court. He said in the documentary he lost that.
Mm-hmm.
He lost it. So then what he did was pivoted to say he was sexually assaulted by Diddy.
He said that Diddy came into the office with a bat saying, give the 25%. I'm going to give it back to you, right? I'm going to give it back to you, but we need to get this money for whatever business deal that he was trying to do. Why would you ask somebody, like, okay, if that's the case, but honor your word. Give the guy his 25%.
Why would you give it to him?
Why would you give it?
Patrice, if with all due respect, if I'm in a relationship with you and disfigure your face, why would you come back to me? Why?
I don't,
because you can kill me.
I think
you're telling me that you're fine with it. You're telling me that you're
wait. How many people
you can't co-sign
in the world would actually give up? And this is a record label that's already booming.
Yes.
How many people in the world would give away their 25% because somebody promised to give it back?
A lot of people would do
I
that.
think
no fucking body in the world would do that shit.
If you was gonna give it back, you would never came in with the back.
Nobody. Nobody would sign over 25% ownership.
Nope.
If somebody had a gun,
he had a bat. I don't know. Maybe he knew the character that he was dealing with. Maybe he knew Diddy was crazy. I wouldn't have signed it over. But if somebody has a gun in my face, that might be a different story.
First of all, nobody had a gun in my face.
Or a bat. Or whatever.
Nigga,
story.
Nigga, bring the bat. We fighting.
Right, exactly.
Facts.
I'm gonna make more on top of this 25.
Yeah, we going all out with this.
Nigga, if Diddy is standing next to you with a bat, you telling me you signing over? Nigga, what?
That man did not look like a
maybe he had something on him.
So I don't know.
If he had
something, wait.
Too many babies. Too many.
Under
be bobbing and weaving in there.
Under no circumstance is a nigga taking 25%. From me, under no circumstance.
Not a chance.
Everybody ain't puffing up their chest like that.
Like I said, y'all just saying anything because y'all.
I'm not.
All you gotta do is just say that you don't like him. Say you don't like Diddy.
I don't like him.
And that's cool. And so,
but he should not be no mogul.
I want to.
Damn.
You
said me
because you like gospel music.
He shouldn't be a mogul. And
you
I
believe
anybody around, don't listen to his music. Don't support him. He is you're supporting monstrous behavior.
Is it safe to say that he got the freak off idea from his mom?
Yeah,
like, I only seen the first episode, and that's the
because you don't like him.
100%.
all of a sudden he don't deserve to be. So all of the work ethic, all of the hustle, all putting his own blood, sweat, and tears, money, all of that, none of that.
It doesn't matter because
it's because of how you feel.
It's not how I feel. It's just the type of man he is, Anton. I don't think he was putting all those sweat, tears, and blood in it like we think he is. If you are a monster in this industry,
the people on the actual documentary said that the nigga wouldn't steal. Hold on, wait. The people on the documentary said that he would go on 2-week benders of producing and working and doing every. Hold on, wait.
And they didn't like that.
The one thing that you can't say about Diddy, regardless of how you feel about his character, is you can't. Even the people in the documentary talked about his work ethic. So you can't take that away from a nigga just because you don't like him.
I'm not taking it away. I just don't think it's what we think it. I don't think. I think you guys are glorifying it. I think you're glorifying. He's
They also said in the documentary though.
I think any devil's work hard all day long.
It doesn't matter. Listen.
Does the enemy not work
let me say this.
24/7? The enemy has a good work ethic.
Let me say this about. Just because you a Christian don't mean that you a good person.
It's not. It doesn't even have to do with that.
Hold on for one second. And just because you love God don't mean that you deserve to be rich either. So the one thing that I will say about this life is that your moral compass is between you and God.
That's not true.
I'm never going to deny somebody's work ethic and hard sweat and tears that they put into it just because I don't like them. So 3 things, and I always say this, and I've always said it. The number one thing that I would never advocate for is for somebody to lose their ability to earn. Okay. I don't give a fuck about how I feel about you. You should be able to be rewarded for the.
So Anton, why do you have people? So why do you have people sign ND? Why do you have people come in that work with you sign NDAs? Right? No, I'm just saying, why do people when you have that work with you sign NDAs?
People are opportunists.
People are opportunists from you.
I look at it from a business.
Let that person ride with you.
From a business
that doesn't make any
view,
sense. The moral compass does matter, and it's not for the people.
Patrice.
From a business point of view,
why do you believe in something you can't see?
Okay, do you want me to tell you the truth? Are you ready for you know what?
Answer that question.
I'll answer that question. The reason why I believe in something that I can't see because when I was down and out, the person that I called on who I couldn't see helped me out. Showed me who he was in real time, gave me dreams and visions, gave me the Holy Spirit so that I can live by. So everything became evidence. So it was no longer about what I couldn't see anymore, but it became an actual lifestyle, a living God that I am now able to see by faith.
So let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question. So does that happen for everybody that thinks the way you do? That if I think the way you do, will that happen to me if I needed that?
I don't think you have to think the way I do. I think you have to have the faith to believe.
No, okay, all right. Oh, wait, stop right there, because you're going with a sermon. I'm gonna ask you something.
Okay.
If I have the faith, listen, I'm in a burning. It's a 16-story building. Mm-hmm. It's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the apartment B. I'm praying.
Yeah.
I never prayed in my life. And I'll say it to God, I never prayed in my life, but I need you now, God. I know all of that old throat talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I burn up in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
My prayers were obviously not answered.
Can I say something?
There's a guy that gets, wait. There's a guy that gets out of the fire. Mm-hmm. And he says to the guy on the news, I was praying and God saved me. What makes him so fucking special that he got saved and the other guy didn't because they both prayed?
So let me tell you something. Let me give you an example for that.
No.
No, I'm gonna answer your question, Shampoo.
Nobody can. Nobody can answer
I'm gonna answer your question. So I prayed for a family member to get healed. He went on and died. So I can say, God, you did not answer my prayer. But let me tell you what happened. God said, because this gentleman was living such a lifestyle that initially he would not have made it to heaven, but because I prayed he is now with God. So the gentleman that died in the fire,
That's your
he's
answer to
still
what
with
I
the
said?
Lord.
Oh,
He's still with the Lord. So he's still
wait,
he's
hang
still
on.
saved, but it's
Hang
still
on.
different minds.
Patrice,
We have to
Patrice,
think.
do we? I mean, I think we should. I think this reminds me of the whole R. Kelly thing when everybody was trying to silence R. Kelly. I stopped listening to R. Kelly after all of that came out. I'm like, no.
And I enjoyed
no
R. Kelly. He had cuts.
And he has hits after hits after hits, just like Diddy. I think we should treat him the same way. I think we should not be listening to Diddy and R. Kelly, even if they did write some of anthems that we all love and grew to love over the years. But if it came from a malicious place, it came. These people were generally, they were demons. Why are we supporting that? Just because they came hits, yes, they're genius.
Yo, this is y'all switched up on him.
Hold on. Let me just say this really quickly. Every fucking piece of music almost that you listen to came from a negative place.
From R. Kelly, exactly.
What was y'all talking about? Rock and roll music was largely inspired by a lifestyle.
But guess what? Is rock and roll music still as relevant?
Hold on for 1 second.
It could be from a place, but not from a demon place.
Dude looks like a lady. Marvin Gaye was high as a fucking kite when he sung half the songs that he sung. Every fucking most of the shit that y'all listen to is inspired by and the inspiration directly comes from a lifestyle, going through it, pain, soul, love. The blues music is literally music that is inspired by struggle.
So when you know better, don't you do better?
And going through shit. So,
but when you know better, don't you do better, Anton?
I hate when people pick and choose based off of their own self-righteousness.
No, but when you know better, don't you do better?
Justification of what they think makes sense. If you're going to do that, then you got to do it across the board.
Right.
You can't pick and choose because you don't like a person based off of what's marketed to you at that time. You just have to completely disassociate yourself with the entire culture altogether.
Exactly. And that's a great point. That's a great point. And I agree with that 100%.
Mary J. Blige was the most successful when she was allegedly on drugs and having bad relationships.
Not Whitney Houston.
When she said she was going to clean herself up, if I was the record company like P. Diddy, if she was under my label, I'd be like, oh shit.
I mean, I just think that a breakup song because a breakup song or you going through drugs is way different than you actually committing crimes. Now,
so here's my
crimes. We talking about crimes.
Where does it stop?
Diddy and R. Kelly and everything else. R. Kelly was literally messing with little kids, underage teenagers. So a breakup song that Mary J. Blige sang was way different.
Wait. You don't even know that none of the shit that Mary J. Blige was singing was even written by her. Exactly. You don't know where the inspiration comes from.
They don't be writing music.
I'm trying to understand.
That's true. Kelly didn't know these.
What are y'all talking about? You have no clue where the inspiration for half of the shit that y'all dancing to came from. You don't even know who wrote it. You don't know where the inspiration came from. You don't know who contributed into it. You don't know anything. What are y'all talking about?
True.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess who put Mary J on?
The D, the I, the D, the D, the Y.
I don't know what her network is, but she
also hasn't said anything to come up. He put her on, but she also hasn't said anything to defend him.
Wait. Guess who was singing at his ceremony where he literally was honored right before he got arrested?
I think Mary is under his spell.
So he's a warlock. He's a warlock now.
And you under God's spell. And you under God's spell.
No, I didn't know. I made that clarification earlier. I don't listen to all gospel music. I listen to.
But you're under God's spell. I said you're under God's spell.
Industry.
So you're under God's spell, just like you said.
Well, listen, but
his spell.
I'd rather have the Lord working on my side than the devil.
Amen.
I do agree with you on that.
I
I don't know what we talking about no more. God.
Well,
Goblins, demons, and warlocks.
Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference. There are some people that just don't switch up because of the court of public opinion. That's what it is. When you affect somebody's life in a positive way, because we would probably never know Mary J. Blige, nor would she ever have the life that she has today if it wasn't for Diddy. You would never know Jodeci. You would never see a lot of these people that have become millionaires and have changed the trajectory and been able to get out the hood, which I'm not saying that Diddy is the best person in the world or that he affected everybody in a positive way. But guess what? When sometimes some people are loyal to the very person, I'll turn it off. Sometimes people are loyal to a person when they affect their life in a positive way. So just because you don't see them speak against them, don't mean that they're a bad person.
Do you believe in the code of not snitching?
There are people that are around me that's gonna always hold me down no matter what.
So do you believe in the code of not
snitching?
If
y'all don't have that level of friendship and loyalty around you, I feel sorry for you.
Anton, do you believe in the code of not snitching?
Because you have not experienced life in the way that it's supposed to, with true friendship, true love, true relationships, and people that hold you down. So for all of the people that switched up on him, that he actually helped, those are the snakes.
Do you believe in the code of not snitching?
Those are the snakes.
But do you believe in the code of not snitching? No matter what you say.
Let me answer a question. I do believe in not snitching. And
that's
now I'm gonna tell you the context why. Because what you think not snitching isn't what snitching is. What snitching originally is a person that committed a crime with you, but you get caught and you tell on the other person in order to reduce your sentence. What we think is snitching today is a culture where we just don't say anything and we're civilians. If I'm a civilian and I'm not committing a crime and a crime happens in my vicinity, me telling is not snitching. That's me saying I want to protect my property, I want to protect my people, I want to protect my environment. If I go and I sign up to do a crime and I get caught, but then in order to get myself off, I tell on you, that is what snitching is. I don't believe in snitching. I believe in taking. Stop. I don't believe in snitching according to what this new definition is.
Okay.
I believe that you should take the responsibility for what you signed up for and don't sell out the person that you was cool with in order to get a lighter sentence. So I do not believe in snitching.
Okay, but
in the way that I was raised in the 80s and the 90s. That is
that makes sense.
Let me ask you a question about snitching. Let me just ask you a question about snitching. So with that analogy, in that truth, if I do a crime with somebody, right? If I do a crime with somebody and we all sign up to do a crime with this person and I get caught, then with that analogy, he should turn himself in.
No.
So he got 7 days to turn himself in, or I'm a snitch on him. Because if he signed up to do a crime together and I get caught, he should come to prison. He should come in here with me.
That's wrong. You was just
why should he get to stay out there if we both signed up to do this crime?
He was smart enough to get away. You cannot, if y'all gonna do the crime together, you gotta understand, you have to protect yourself.
That's why I'm a snitch on you.
But that's not protection. You got caught
I do a crime with you. Wait, Dalen. If I do a crime with my man and I get caught, he got caught.
But see, and here's the thing. Some people said,
I'm not gonna shout out to
the chat. We gotta get to the super chat.
Yeah, we gotta get to the super chat.
Shout out to the chat. Some people in the chat said, "Fuck that! I can't be around a bunch of guys in prison." Well, my solution to that is then you gotta understand that you shouldn't commit the crime if you're not willing to do it.
Nah,
I believe that you need to fully understand what you're getting yourself into and willing to take the consequences that go along with it. Otherwise, don't participate. When it comes
And I think you should speak
when it
on.
comes to snitching,
Mhm.
if me and this other person do something, let's say we in a car together and I get caught and I got a gun in there, and Q don't know that it's a gun in there. I believe that Q should say, "Hey, listen, that's his. I didn't even know this shit was popping." But if me and Q go to do a crime together, and we both get or you know, a gun get caught in the car, that's a completely different conversation because we're both signing up to do this shit.
Right.
So whose gun is it? So when the cops say whose gun it is, what you gonna say?
My point is that I think that snitching is completely different than what we defined it in the culture today.
So if
everybody took it to mean something different than what it really is. That's not.
So if the gun is you and Q's, then when the police stop you, who's gonna say whose gun it is?
That's
well, I mean, that's something that y'all got to figure out amongst
yeah, I'm gonna say it's Q's.
Well, but at the same time, Q could say, "Well, it's yours," and then
but I say check the fingerprints.
Here's the
and there goes that loyalty.
Here's the difference. Then you got the people like, and I look at Tata and Jay and all of them. Mm-hmm. They looked at the person that was going to be the most valuable, and if they truly had a real friendship, then the dude took the charge. And then when he got home, he got taken care of. Yeah. Instead of them both going down, one of them said, "Listen, I'm gonna make sure that you know what I'm saying?
Like Sean,
that I'm gonna take this and hold me down." And so you got to be able to take care of your people, bro.
Not in jail.
Shine
We gotta go to super chats, y'all. We not done with Diddy. We're not done with Diddy, y'all. We gonna go to. We still continue. Let me just get to the super chats.
Free Diddy.
Still Diddy.
Free Diddy. Free Diddy.
Hold on, y'all. Tropical Empress and Spirit says many blessings, beautiful ladies and handsome gents. My mama 867 says Biggie estate bad for the funeral. Mama 867 again says Biggie estate paid for the funeral. Okay. Anthony said thank you for the 99 ball. AR_Smitty says so Patrice, how will Cassie be judged in the heavens court? And shout out to the $50 ball you sent us. Key Essential. Shout out to the panel. New bag chaser here. The facts that people think the woman didn't know what they were doing is just wrong. Why is it women can't make decisions and be babied and not be held accountable? It's always they were young and naive. Shout out to you. Shout out to joining the bag chasers also. Truth, Full Deed says, y'all got yourself a new Jazz/Molly arguing in bad faith, loud and wrong. What is this lady talking about? She over talking to everyone. Anonymous Base says, Carmen, ¿qué lo que estás lista para Navidad y el Año Nuevo?
I like the new girl.
Okay, yeah, that do.
I like the new girl.
Spanish. I read it. ¿Qué lo que está lista para Navidad y el Nuevo Año? Yes.
That's not even how you read that. Let me show you how to read this.
Go ahead, read it.
Que lo que estás lista para Navidad.
Or if you want to shorten it up, say ice.
Shampoo.
You know what, shampoo?
Oh my god, that's wrong.
Right,
it says que lo que estás lista para Navidad y el Año Nuevo.
And Patrice, you're talking too
like,
much.
what's up? Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
It says, what's up? I'm not ready for the new year. Yes, I am.
Show me your passport.
That's funny. Johnny Mac 81 says, in the words of Q Diddy, women, not all, are so dumb. Key Essential says, got here late, but how they get the footage? 58 cop.
Yeah, that's
VR
was paid for it.
YEV2 says, when girls say he had her on drugs, they act like Diddy tied her down and fed her drugs. You have full control of the things you put in your body. Stop it. Mr. Gray NZ7CZ says, Nas is a billionaire. He owns his own label and is about to build his own casino in New Jersey. E_NYCE. She's not looking good. I think you need to live a little more. Magwood Corp says, I can't believe ninjas the vetting the diddler. Baby oil lacing man smashing Diddy. Shampoo, you the worst. Don't agree with your take on this one, Anton. Shout out to Mimi. I heart Mimi. Hey, y'all, great subject. But these folks ain't old to have this combo. All sure. I'm dead, Carmen. See y'all next week. Tropical Empress in Spirit says assumptions do nothing but make an ass out of you. Wrong to assume maturity or lack thereof. It based on age. Environmental influences play a factor. Anonymous Base says, Dalen, you can do someone wrong and tell them how to respond to it. What makes you think robbing is okay when you wouldn't want to get robbed?
You just said it.
Underscore Smitty says she really just prayed her cousin into heaven, huh? So we're not questioning this.
That's not what I said.
It's underscore Eric TV. Women are masters at avoiding accountability. Macwood Corp says, Anton, you don't know if Diddy wrote any of his lyrics? USO Graphics says, Patrice, do you know what one mic means? Room 9 has soundproof carpet on the walls and hard hearing seals. Hush a little. Just Brown Girl in America says, Patrice, shh, calm down, slow down, breathe. Retired at 37. Patrice doesn't listen. Make sure
yo, they really being
they coming for me today, you guys.
414 Shell Shock says Mary J is on the Freak Offs too. Have we forgot that she was messing with Danny Boy of Death Row when he was 16 and one of Chris Cross when he was 15? So Suppa Dope says, please let me have my say. Brother Numbs says, Happy New Year, sharing is caring. And then So Suppa Dope says, I can tell you how they got the footage. And shout out to everybody that sent the super chat. We appreciate you guys here on this Monday night. We aren't done yet. We'll be talking about 50 Cent. 50 Cent.
Tell them to send another super chat and tell us.
Yeah. So before we get to this footage, who thinks that like 50 Cent was bogus or bitter for doing this documentary? Just put a hands up.
He was justified.
I don't think he was bitter. I think he had something to do with it.
Okay, so
I think 50 was just petty.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna watch this clip and then we're gonna talk about it. Let's watch this clip.
Did it do the boy like this here? Is that why you smashing on him? Only the strong can show compassion for the weak. 50? That's all I'm saying, man. Oh, God damn it. Nigga, I like Diddy. Outside of what he do at the Diddy party and killing Tupac, I like the boy. You know why? He was a big bad wolf. Ain't nobody whooped him. Yeah, he the only nigga I know hanging nigga over the balcony by this bitch. Blowing up cars by this bitch. Taking another nigga bitch and making it his bitch like he did your woman. That's the only nigga I know in the industry that done this. Done freaked all you niggas hoes. Done freaked half you nigga rappers. And everybody's... Only thing they got is a nigga saying, man, he paid me to fuck Cassie. They ain't got no woman saying nothing bad on Diddy. Cassie not even saying nothing bad. How nigga gonna be mad at Diddy, my nigga? Unless he got your baby mama and took her down through there. What, don't they got a song, Take Me Through There, Take Me Through There?
Good old Charleston White. So, was 50 bitter?
No, he
I don't think so. I think he's just smart.
Right.
Bitter and smart.
I think Diddy was bitter, man.
Okay, let's do one mic. Jay the Truth and then Kev. Go ahead.
I think he's smart. Like, business is business. And the funny thing is that they came out with like 2 fake documentaries before this and nobody even talking about it. So obviously 50's on this. And I like the way he did it. I only seen the first episode, but I like the way because he actually tried to humanize him, show his upbringing and how he was dancing. That was actually cool. I'm a hip hop historian, you know what I mean? So I like the whole, I didn't know he grew up like that, you know, like, and dance in the old videos and stuff like that. And then his mom, him finding the idea of the parties from his mom and her being abusive. So that's actually showing that, like, he grew up getting abused by his mom, trying to toughen him up. And so, like, you know, because he was kind of soft, not defending himself. So I understand that. A lot of boys grew up like that too. The mom trying to toughen them up and they end up turning into something different.
But they don't abuse him. You said that was abuse. That ain't
emotional, like hurting other people, but only emotion behind it, no toughness. I don't think Diddy tough. I think he was hurting people out of emotion and just being like, you know, like the way a lot of females raise boys, like mistakenly, you know.
I agree with that.
Man, I think that I think that 50 is bitter. It is the whole timing of this whole thing. I believe that if Diddy was not messing with his baby mother, I don't think that this documentary would even have been a thing. I really don't think so. Because, like, I don't ever remember 50 ever saying anything bad about Diddy like before this. Like, no, I could be out of the loop, but I haven't heard 50 say nothing about Diddy up until the point like to where Diddy has started messing with his baby mother.
He's been trolling Diddy for years.
Really?
He's been
Dang.
trolling Diddy for years. The whole taking him shopping incident and how that was, you know. Yeah,
Okay.
he's been trolling him.
Yes, I did forget that one. I did forget the shopping.
And that's a funny part when you about that shopping thing. What Diddy was saying to him when he said, "Let me take you shopping," is because
he can't dress.
The clothes is whack. That's what he was saying.
I thought
Diddy tried to take it. 50 Cent tried to flip it. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't talk back to him. So
I think that Diddy, this is just very on brand for 50 Cent, not Diddy. I think this is very on brand for 50 Cent because he's a troll. He did it to Ja Rule. Now he's doing it to Diddy. He did it to his past baby mamas. I think he did it to Vivica A. Fox. This is very on brand for him. I'm not surprised. I think this is the whole business.
I noticed something about 50 Cent. When he get around white people, he don't put on no baseball hat. He don't put on no jewelry. He put on like a little boy suit and like he acts different. I don't like when people change their energy like that.
You don't think you should present yourself a certain way when you go into certain environments, Shampoo?
When you go around white people?
Not white people, just in certain environments. Are you going to wear a baseball bat to like a Academy Award show?
I got you. But I specifically said when he goes on white outlets, he puts on a little boy suit. I seen him. I watch it.
Gotta be white.
He has to maintain
be too tight.
You got to maintain the illusion. If he came just like 50, everybody would know he was really trying to get at him like that. But he's looking professional to try to maintain the illusion that I'm not doing anything. He's hiding his hands. Was what he doing?
Hiding his hand from what? What are you
hiding his hands? We all know popular culture anyway that this is a slight. He's actually getting at him. He's being petty. But regular people, they don't know that.
The only part I didn't like was the part when he was dragging out when Diddy like washed his hands after he was I didn't like that part. I was like, he's dragging it, bro.
But that's normal though, right?
Like, touch the people. I was like, come on, 50.
If you watch the video, the people would never know that he didn't want to shake their hands.
Exactly.
He was shaking their hand, hugging them and all. Then when he got in the vein, he said, "Oh man, I want to take a shower."
Again, you guys got to look at the character of Diddy. Like, does he seem like a genuine person? So it probably was.
Yeah.
And my question is, and another thing with the documentary.
He seemed like a rich black boy.
He didn't like touching people.
Why would you film that though? With Shampoo, why would you film that?
Because he has an ego.
Why would you know that you're being filmed and he put it out there? Like, why would you say that?
Well,
if you know you
he probably wasn't expecting it to come out.
Listen, because he had no malice in what he was saying. Because he thought that's how people feel. He doesn't.
Because he thought he wasn't gonna get punished for it. That's why. That's why he felt so comfortable saying all that wild stuff.
Remember all that footage that footage in the end was supposed to be probably either edited or nobody to get that footage. So that probably he wasn't even going to put in that part with that watching.
You have to wash your hands.
Exactly. Like
people understand. Like he didn't try to act like he was too timid to.
No, he didn't.
I absolutely do think if you're gonna hug your fans, you don't know where people come from. You still have to practice. You know, in a sense, universal protection, but not really.
It's funny. It's funny. I got you.
Yeah, but don't say that out loud, Dalen. Like,
but it's funny.
I feel like I gotta just say that shit out loud.
We all said that out loud.
Out loud. He said it in his car, right? And on his camera. That the
with the camera behind him. So basically, you saying it out loud because
it's recorded.
So what?
I'm not a Diddy fan, but that's your shit. That's your camera, and that's the person that's supposed to be recording what you got going on, so you can later have the choice to say, I'm going to edit this, I'm going to take this out. You took that from him. Now, I'm not mad at it, but I don't think we should say, okay, because Diddy is a butt smooching, diddler or whatever, that he should, be treated like he doesn't have his right to his belongings.
And none of us know what that feels like, maybe besides Anton and Shampoo, what it feels like to be touched and hugged and want to be touched and hugged by hundreds of people, thousands of people. None of us knows what that feels like. You don't know.
I mean, Anton, are you going to say that out loud in public when you have your meetups? Are you going to be like, pass me the hand sanitizer? Like, you're not going to say that out loud.
Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time.
She asked you and answered you at the same time. She didn't even wait for you to answer.
Yeah, I mean, I say all the time that I see niggas in the airport not washing their hands when they come out of the bathroom. Right. People got spirits on them, so you got to be careful who you hug. I'm fist bumping niggas most of the time.
For
sure. And when I get home, the first thing I do is I take my shoes off before I come in. I throw on my Yeezy sandals and I wash my hands. And fuck that. I don't want what are we talking about? Y'all y'all offended?
Can I ask you a question?
Y'all offended because the nigga said I've been hugging hundreds of people. I need to wash my hands. I need to take a shower.
That's crazy. I think they dragged at it.
If you at home and you take a shit at home, you always wash your hands
100% of the time.
You don't wash your hands?
You don't wash your hands?
I would hope so.
Shampoo, don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud again.
I've said this 100 times out of 100.
Oh my God.
Unless I'm just dead tired. 99% of the time, I take a shower every time before I get into bed. I do not get into bed without taking a shower.
Every time.
I do not get into bed without taking a shower ever.
Where I come from.
Ever.
I know it feels good, but I don't.
You don't feel good to wash your hands after a day.
But what he said too, that's spirit. So you don't know who got demons on them.
If I get up in the middle of the night and take a shit, I'm not washing my hands.
You have to because you never know what's on your hands. You go slide it under your pillow, and then when it gets too hot, you go flip it to the cold side.
Wake up with a sty the next day. Wonder why.
Never check this
Wait. Let me make it clear. If it's obviously on my hands, I'm gonna watch them. But if I go and wipe myself and there's nothing on my hands, I'm going like to sleep.
You cannot.
Your name is Shampoo. Your name is Shampoo.
You're wild for that.
My wife would literally say, I got some shit on my hands.
That's crazy.
You can tell you've been married for a long time.
One mic.
And I touch your face and say, I love you.
Oh, hell no.
That's why
it's hell no.
Oh, my God. Yeah, come on. In your own house. Yeah, come on. Nobody.
No.
All the time.
Okay.
There's nobody that washes their hand every time they shit in their own house. I know they do.
Yes, they do.
Are you wait? Are you saying that you said there's nobody that washes their hands?
Nobody.
Wild for you.
If you single, you won't wash your hands if you take a shit.
Wait. What difference will it make if you single?
Always wash your hands.
People think
hold on. What difference does it make if you single or not?
If you sing, listen, I'm married with kids. I took a shit before we went on. They was in the kitchen. I didn't wash my hands.
I won't never take anything out.
Dead.
I gotta say this.
This is why I never participated in potlucks.
I gotta say this.
I never ate other people's food at potlucks. You don't be fucking. This is what I'm saying. Diddy was right.
You right.
Diddy was right, bro. Listen,
he do it
too. Even Patrice.
Oh my God!
Because Diddy do it too.
Patrice is the most Diddy hater that I've ever seen. Right, Patrice, you gotta say he was right on that part.
He was right on that one because
Shampoo.
Not
There we
washing
go.
his hands because he's in his house is crazy work.
Shampoo is
He
wild.
says that's serious.
No, I didn't say it like. I mean, I didn't mean like that. Not all the time.
It's too
you
funny.
wild.
Sir.
It is just too much of a coincidence.
My goodness.
I hope you don't hear me. My hubby literally has to take a
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You shouldn't do it.
Don't do it.
You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Then chances are you should probably hold that shit in.
Yeah.
That ain't dirt under his nails.
They have to esposo.
Keep the in-house business in-house. Keep that in-house.
No, I don't. Listen, like I said, I guess everybody is just easily influenced by social media, man, because even people making that out to be a big deal. It's like, so you offended because a nigga said that he want to wash his hands?
But it's just a train.
That's crazy to me.
It let you know how dirty people are too.
Morning,
Like,
that
seriously?
on your hand, they cologne. That shit is disgusting.
I'm just trying to figure out, and that's how I know that people are fake outraged, and that is just basically anything that he did, they gonna make it out to be, oh man, he washing his hands after he hugged people. Like,
we already knew that.
Really?
Yeah, that ain't nothing new. That's how
People
people
make a
are.
big deal about it. That's not a big deal. We all say the same.
You know what I always thought? I always thought about that elevator scene. That elevator scene was crazy, but I always thought to myself, like an ugly dude would like that. Like
what elevator scene?
The elevator scene with Cassie and Diddy.
Oh.
I could see an ugly dude saying, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like to see a pretty woman getting beat up, like an ugly dude could admire that, like, and be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it has nothing to do with whether a dude is ugly or not.
I'm looking at it. Like looking at it, I could say, yo, man, that's messed up. But an ugly dude that don't get no ass, and he see Cassie and he go, yeah.
I mean, it's guys that get ass that whoop ass. I mean, it's guys that get ass that whoop ass.
But usually it starts with them being defiant. Like it doesn't just come out of, they don't just come in the house and start beating you up.
God, that is so
They don't come in the house going, they don't come in the house Mike Tyson.
Look. You already don't wash your hands. So we already
come on, don't hold that against me.
I'm disappointed.
No, it's held against you.
But being like woman has nothing to do.
I still get manicures.
I ain't gonna lie. Can I give you an
I still
example?
get Joe.
Can I give you an example?
Go ahead.
It's funny when I was younger. Like there's a reason I agree with Anton. I stay out of people's business because like my sister when I was younger, I was 15 and she was like 21, and she called me her boyfriend about to beat her up, baby father beating her up. I jump in the cab, get over there. She talking about, oh, he apologized. I paid $30 for this round trip. Somebody gotta get their ass whipped. You know what I mean? And she did that multiple times. To the point where I'm about to mind my business after this. Like I'm not.
You said that was
somebody gotta get their ass whipped. I paid $30 for this cab, beating somebody's ass.
You said your sister? Jay, you said your
yeah,
sister?
my older sister.
You got
she. Matter of fact, I'll tell you the truth. I'm 34 now. She got 5 kids by him, and that was on her first kid. So
You
she's like, I love it.
34?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm 34 now.
Damn.
Get another
Old as hell.
I was about to say,
I know you're not trying to.
You look like you should be walking with a cane.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
You sound like you got sinus problems, bro.
Yo, man. I look younger than you.
Shots fired.
I look younger than you. That's crazy. I'm damn near dead. I look younger than you.
It's all right. I got eczema. What's wrong with your sinus?
oh my god.
No, seriousness, I think that situation, men can learn a lot from that. You have to know what the relationship is like before you go run to a woman when she calls because she's in a domestic situation where you have to be called to come handle the man. I feel like, unfortunately, you need to still take it seriously, but more questions need to be asked so you can make the determination. If you do need help, I'm going to call 911 and meet them there because so many men have lost their life are sitting in prison or in a wheelchair and can't piss, can't have sex, can't do nothing, all because they came to be some woman's hero who was already looking at the villain as her hero. I hate that.
But my point was that she didn't want to leave him. Like I said, that was her first kid, and then she had 4 more kids by him. So you like that?
Get involved in domestic situations at all.
Because I think that if you call your brother or your daddy first before the police, it's not that serious. Because when a woman truly feel like her life is hanging up by a thread, you're calling 911 first. You're not calling your brother. It's not true.
No, if a woman feel like her life is hanging on by a thread, she'll call the police.
No, I'm serious. Like, if you truly think that you are going to die or it gets that serious,
no,
call
a woman calls her brother or some shit like that when she want to punish the other nigga. She not calling him because she Jenna Jam. She not doing that shit. And that's how I know that women are manipulative. And so you got to be careful with what you're dealing with and who you surround yourself with, because she'll have you jammed up. And getting you fucked up, and then she gonna go back and be with that nigga anyway.
Yep.
That's the point that I'm making.
And I want to get my catfish back.
She has intention to go back and truly knows in the back of her mind, I'm really not ready to let him go. You'll know to call the people you're closest to because they'll cut you some slack for calling them all the way over there just for you to be laid up in the bed with them by the time they leave.
But why can't women be honest and just say like people, you talking like this now, but when women in these abusive relationships, why can't they just say, mind your fucking business? I love this nigga. I don't give a fuck what he do to me.
Maybe some of them do.
They just do that. Why they gotta say, oh, I need therapy and no, you don't.
Well, when they make excuses, Shampoo, that's what they're telling you. When they make excuses for not leaving him, that's what they're telling you.
Yeah,
I think because they cry wolf all the time. Yeah.
Well, let me take it back to the conversation.
Maybe they should pray.
Yeah. I do think that Diddy is bitter, and
50 Cent.
Not Diddy. 50 is bitter.
Diddy bitter.
Yeah. I think that 50 is feeling some type of way.
I agree, Anton.
Because a nigga got one up on him.
Yep.
And when your son is playing in the other room and your mama potentially getting fucked on, I don't think that that's something that 50 personally is nonchalant about. He don't take. Come on, when have we ever heard 50 to take any slights whatsoever?
Never.
And so Diddy ain't play fair because Diddy don't talk like that, and Diddy, was like, listen, you my bitch now, and kick that nigga Ford over like Snoop did on Baby Boy. And I think he felt some type of way about that. And so if you trying to tell me that a nigga playing with your son and you telling me that he of all people is a person that's gonna be completely absolved, like, nah, I don't really care. Fuck that. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Hell no, I don't think that he
lesser men do more.
Bitter. I think that was it could be petty, but I don't know if he's
I would be bitter about it.
It's petty, not bitter. Those are two.
Yeah.
No, nigga, you fucking my in front of my son. No, nigga, you.
Yeah.
But we don't even. Again, these are all assumptions. We don't even know if that's what was really going down. If she even had her son around him.
But most
what do you mean? That's just
everything that you've said since the beginning is what about.
No, I'm
that's
just
his,
saying.
that's his
No,
mama.
I'm just saying about.
And this chick testified on his behalf in court.
I'm just saying,
she's in a whole relationship with the nigga, and you're telling me that we don't even know if the little nigga was around.
Man, if she knew how Diddy was and she was smart, I don't think she would have her son around him.
You really?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You will always take a woman's side.
It was in a relationship. Like I don't know what you mean. Like
if a woman loves a man, she don't. If a woman loves a man, she don't care about her kids. She loved the man more than her kids.
Was she with Diddy before or after Cassie? I don't even know. I didn't even know how long they were in a relationship.
During and after.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Diddy has always had this reputation too. So I don't. It's like
I think this was a money move for 50 Cent, and he was smart, and he could have been petty. It was a petty war, and he was like, "Let me get some bread."
You're so biased.
and kick somebody while they're down. I think that's what. I don't think
that's a middle name,
Anton.
bias.
I think Diddy's about to. I think Diddy sitting up in the jail is going to be bitter, and he's writing down everything.
What if he asks for forgiveness? What if he begs for forgiveness?
That's what I think Diddy's looks like.
What if he begged for forgiveness?
Who?
Diddy.
What if the ability to be objective?
Who's he begging to forgiveness from?
God. What if he begged?
Then he's forgiven.
Don't have the ability to be objective. So
he's forgiven. Then if he's asking for forgiveness,
you really think God is that ignorant to just you could do all you want and then say I'm sorry? I couldn't do that to my own.
Did you know about
father.
there's an example in the Bible about the murderer that was sitting next to Christ. He was a murderer and a thief, and he asked God at the very last second before he was about to die, can you forgive me? He knew that he was the son of God, so God can.
I don't think God is that naive. I don't think God is that naive.
I think anybody who asks for forgiveness can be forgiven if they're
I don't believe
sincere.
that. I don't believe that.
I'm not saying so that, and I think that's the
So
difference.
you will forgive.
I don't like Diddy, but I don't hate him.
Hang on. So you believe in what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
So you would forgive a child rapist if he says, "I'm sorry, God," or "I'm sorry, Patrice, since you walk in God, you would forgive me."
I would forgive him because that's what I'm called
Wow,
to do. I have to forgive.
Wow.
How can I ask for forgiveness and not forgive anybody else? That's what the word of God says.
You really think God would forgive a child rapist?
If it's sincere, you will know the fruit by the sheep.
Well, I know him. I know him personally. I know him personally. He won't forgive no child rapist.
I didn't sign up for Bible study.
Sorry.
I could talk to God.
You must want to come to Christ tonight.
I hope Diddy comes out and gets bigger and badder than ever before.
Me too.
What?
R. Kelly too. To let
I will buy his albums. I will make sure that he rises back to the top.
No, Rebecca.
Yes,
no,
ma'am.
You can't support that. You can't. If we
you
want people to change, and we want our culture to change, that we often talk about, at some point you have to take a stand. But if you don't believe that he is a monster person, then I can see why you would say, I would support him. But at some point, when are we going to say, you know what? I'm just not going to support this type of behavior.
Because I believe everybody has their autonomy. Everybody takes responsibility for themselves. And I believe everyone knew exactly what they were doing. And they signed over. He was transparent. He took care of these people while they were in his life. Okay. And I don't see it's character. That's all subjective. I think he's a talented man who deserves to be back on top.
So
a lot of people
walk your shit, Rebecca.
I agree.
Y'all delusional.
I mean, they also said in the documentary that he didn't really know a lot about music.
But the funny thing, what a lot of people
it don't matter. He was big and bad enough to make it happen. Whether he stole it, whatever he did, he got there. That man has tenacity, and his man has power.
He didn't really have one.
And the same mindset that Rebecca has.
This is a great conversation. Let me just ask the guys on the panel, objectively, based off of the mindset, based off of everything that y'all have heard tonight. Shampoo, Kev, Andrew, Jay, if you had to have a girl next to you, would you pick, just based off of what's been communicated alone, would you pick Rebecca or would you pick Patrice?
Rebecca,
because Rebecca gonna give it up.
Exactly. So don't, just because you're picking somebody, don't always mean it's because you got the
she gonna give you. And if I have a kid with Rebecca, the baby gonna have good hair.
No, that's not what I said. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Why?
I'm not talking about having no kid or nothing.
Has beautiful hair.
I'm just talking about.
Need no perm.
I'm just talking about straight up based off of what you think is going to make the most sense for maybe loyalty, maybe anything, whatever it is that you think is going to make the most sense. which one would you want next to?
I think Rebecca, because Patrice will put God before me.
Amen.
Rebecca will put me
Thank you.
before anybody.
Thank you,
No,
Sean.
baby, no, baby, because in the
Thank you.
Bible itself, it says God, your man, and you to your man.
Thank
Your
you.
loyalty is to
Rebecca.
your man.
Rebecca, where you going? Yo,
Sorry.
get out, Rebecca. You too.
My man is my God. Okay.
Oh,
He
yeah,
is
I
truly
like
my
that.
God.
There you go.
Y'all better watch out.
Talk about- yeah.
That's not my testament. That's not my testament.
Yeah, we know. We know.
That's why you single.
We know.
That's why you single.
We can tell. We can tell off top.
I got one question for Rebecca. I don't know if I heard it right.
Oh man, now they bitter.
Here it goes.
Bitter now.
You gonna start it, Anton?
Huh?
I can't hear you.
Stirring the pot.
Y'all. We gotta do
No,
a
I
mic.
just want to show that I want to show.
Well, you know the answer
women.
too.
I want to show women. Well, I'm gonna hold off. Go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead, ask your question.
Would you apply like that same level of support for someone that had like these same sort of allegations and these legal troubles and just everything going on negatively? Like if this was someone that you knew personally that was like a normal person, would you see them in that same light?
A normal person that isn't my man?
Well, no, because you said that you will still support Diddy by his albums, and even though his shit trash, but the last few things he put out. But hey, I don't like it. Back in the day, sure, but anywho, so you would still support him in that regard. So if you're selling music, you'll buy the songs and the albums. If you're selling merch, you'll show support. So
I separate the man from his talent and his business. And you know, Diddy gave me times of my life that were special that I will never forget. His music is a part of my growing up, my memories. So yeah, if it's someone who had that much of an impact in my life, I'm gonna be down.
Yeah, I'm going with her. Man.
And bottom line is that he wasn't found guilty. He wasn't charged for his character or his role.
I'm
his charges were he only got one out of all. The government went after this man, and they were only able to put one thing on this man. So why am I going to judge him if the government say he cool?
Right. So we're not talking court stuff because I know a lot of people got what he was being charged for and just what he.
No, we're not talking about morality. Don't go into
and then what
morality.
people consider just a character flaw. People were kind of getting it, confused on what he was actually on trial for. But my question is, and was like, if this is somebody that everything that this applies to Diddy, if it applied to someone that you knew personally, would you still say, I don't care, I'm a rock with it? So for instance, if you seen like your homeboy running down the hallway naked, someone shows you a video of your homeboy and he's whooping off on his chick and say this is the type of stuff that he's doing. If you find out that he's, lacing baby oil to get people sedated, allegedly, if you're finding out that he's responsible for maybe certain deaths or illnesses that have,
baby girl, you don't got to go any further. I'm riding with my homeboy. We're going to find a way to make sure that he gets trialed and evered another way in private.
There's
I'm
always
riding
one
with
in
my
the
damn
group.
homeboy. There is always one in the group.
Man.
There sure enough is.
There's always one in the group.
Back. I'm going to get a divorce.
Judge me.
Shout out to Rebecca, man. Shout out to Rebecca.
You will be good. That's the point I'm making. Like, you will be judged. For those who support people that cannot say that they are guilty or not, you will be judged too. And I think that's the whole point. People don't want to outright say, I'm going to support you, because if it comes out that you are this crap, because I can't say that you're not, I'm going to look like the fool for enabling that behavior, for supporting that behavior.
I was with you when you was up. I'm going to be with you when you down.
So I guess what I really wanted to know, like, if you follow
It ain't working, Dalen. It ain't working.
It's not working. I'm not like, I've seen people go through beatings. I've seen couples go through beatings, cheating, abuse. Right. And these women, especially Latina women, they ride or die. They ride or die. Okay. They deal with each other. But I'm with you. I'm with you. Period.
So when you decide that you will hold someone accountable for their actions, when you know for sure that they did it,
I don't have to do it on the public stage. I don't have to do it, to smear the rest of their life. Because then think about it: what the trickle down effect? Their family gets affected. Their children get affected. Their grandma, their aunties, their cousins, everyone gets affected. Because I want to punish him? No, there's different ways of dealing with things.
Are you doing this? Are you holding this?
Just like his family is down with him. They were at court every single day. His kids were there every single day. That's family.
Are you holding this man down for just your man as your boyfriend or for your husband?
Whoever I have loyalty and love and trust for, that's who I'm holding down. Maybe it's the New York in me. I don't know, but I'm riding dying. It is what it is. It is what it is. Period. You want to like burn me at the stake with the rest of them? By all means, but loyalty to me is more important than anything.
To
in this
each
world.
his own, right? To each his own. Everybody moves a certain way.
Yeah, shout out Rebecca, yo. And she from New York.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Rebecca.
I live by a different code. I was raised by a different code.
Hey, Rebecca, what's your IG? Hey, Rebecca, what's your IG?
RL.
No, you seem like a cool person. What's your IG?
RLM Touch Design. RLM Touch Design. So Rebecca Lynn Marino Touch Design.
And listen, if y'all gonna get mad at Rebecca, then y'all should get mad at Q too, because she loyal like that too.
Who? Q?
She was loyal like
I
that.
think you guys are defining loyalty like
No.
loyalty has to support bad behavior.
Hold on. Q got that loyalty in her. She got that dog in her. She don't fuck around.
That's what's up.
If she holds you down, she holds you down.
If Q saw you doing things that were inappropriate
Then
and
Q would
were
hold me accountable in private.
Which is right.
It wouldn't
Pretend I
have
don't know
nothing.
nothing in public.
But that's what I said. That's exactly what I said, and you judging me. I said I'm gonna hold you accountable in the back end.
Disagreement.
But what if she had to go to
have
court?
it out, but we ain't doing that shit in front of you.
What if she had to go to court and she had to testify?
I'm gonna
What if
be
she had
like the
to
bodyguard
testify?
on Tory Lane's trial and disappear.
How can you hold somebody accountable in the back end, but you say you gonna buy their stuff? That's what when I asked you that question, Rebecca, like if you would support someone.
Because I inherently do not believe that man did anything wrong where he shouldn't have a plate of food for the rest of his life, and his family shouldn't eat for the rest of their lives because he did something that y'all don't agree with. Yes, he put hands. How many of your grandparents, great grandparents, did you not know put their hands on your grandma and they stayed?
More stories than just the domestic violence.
You can't compare what other people are doing to justify if you're gonna rock with somebody or not. I'm asking you for somebody that you know to that degree, if they are accused
He's
of
still selling that shit. She ain't buying it.
Just to give you a little insight on my background, I grew up around the Colombian Cali cartel. Okay. So I grew up in a different way. We grew up around people that do things privately. And for Diddy, he has much more of a net positive effect on my life and my memories than a net negative. Period.
You take a licking and keep on chicken.
Cartel, I hear that you loyal. It sounds like influenced by loyalty because something wrong is going on. I don't know what the cartel necessarily got to do with
what
it.
I'm saying is that there's a different code of ethics. There's a different code of respect.
But I'm not talking about when you expose them to the public. I'm not saying you go out in the forefront and say, hey, my homeboy and my brother did this. I'm not talking about would you let the whole world know you have a problem with them. I was asking,
will you support them?
What you gonna do? So
and you could ask me in Cantonese, you could ask me in Mandarin, and maybe even in Hebrew, and I'm gonna tell you the same thing. I'm rocking with him. Period.
See, I think there's
because I don't think that
he's love and loyalty. Something that you don't know nothing about, Jalen. You don't know nothing about loyalty.
Exactly. If you knew what half of the people wait, hold on, Dalen. If you knew what half of the people did that you love and watch on TV and every day that you put in high regard actually did behind the scenes, you would have to go and live under a rock. You would have to go and live under a rock.
That's what we're trying to say.
With all
We're
due
not
respect,
trying to say that we're holding people's sins against them. I don't think we're trying to hold the things that they've done are the mistakes that they made against them, especially if people are trying to do better. I think if I'm dealing with somebody and I'm talking to them privately, because I'm not about just exposing, but if I'm talking to you privately and you keep doing these grand gestures that are what I would consider demonic or like unlawful and just destroying people's lives around you, I can't rock with you like that.
Are you a virgin? Are you a virgin? Are you a virgin? Are you a virgin?
I've said it from the very beginning.
I want to
I've
ask
said
you.
it from the very beginning. Like, I don't give a fuck what Q is going through. Like, that's my homegirl, and I'm holding her down. That's just the way that we are. Like, it's the way that we rock. Because let me tell you something. Here's the thing, and this is maybe you a new saint, Patrice.
No, I'm 45 years old. I've been
no. A new saint is a person that just recently got saved.
No, been saved for 20 years.
Okay, well then maybe you need to go and reread your Bible a little bit, because the way that I was informed is that when people are going through shit or when they down, that's when you then show that you actually love them.
Right. I'm not talking
But
about that.
here, hold on. If my homegirl, who I've been rocking with for a long time, is going through some shit, or her life is turbulent, or she may have fell off or fell away or something like that, that's not the time for me to abandon her. That's the time for me to actually be there for her the most. The way that you show that you love God is by showing that you actually care for the people that he put here on this
And
earth.
you're absolutely 100%. Nobody's saying that.
So if my homegirl is fucked up,
nobody's saying
no matter
that.
what the decision that she make, I'm the person that got to be the light, so that when she then, no matter what happens, she got to be able to depend on me.
Right, but the Bible also says don't cast your pearls into swine,
everything.
right? So Anton, I'm not talking about holding somebody down that's trying. They're trying to do better.
Even if they're not trying, if you fucked up, I got you.
I'm not exactly, but if I'm seeing somebody who likes to mess with little children at parties, okay? If I'm seeing that,
no. Hold on. Stop.
I'm not going to support that.
Stop.
We don't talk about that.
We always got to go to the extreme.
Because
I don't know why we can't just have a real conversation. No, in no part of this conversation, documentary, anything that's associated with Diddy, has he ever been accused of dealing with an underage girl. So let's use real. No, let's use real examples.
Shut you up, man.
Because chances are, you already know if that person is a pedophile before you ever got some sort of loyalty to him. So let's assume, for the sake of conversation, that you would never associate yourself in the first place with a person that is a pedophile. So I'm talking about real life, everyday shit, people going through stuff, falling off, getting in trouble, fucked up their relationship, maybe got caught up in some shit or whatever like that. I'm not abandoning nobody.
Me
I'm
neither.
abandoning my people.
Me neither. We're on the same page with that.
So why y'all sitting there acting like? So why y'all switching up?
I'm not switching up.
No. Y'all saying with regard to Diddy, y'all are justifying people that was rocking with him, that benefited from him, that partied with him, that traveled with him, that spent years with him, that worked with him, that got promotions from him, that got money from him, that took care of their family as a result of associating with him, and y'all justifying because you don't like Diddy.
No, it's not that I don't listen to what I'm saying. And I hope I'm making myself very clear, because I think things are getting crossed. I will hold somebody down. I will support them. I'm not going to abandon anybody that's struggling, you guys. What my point is with Diddy is that people seen him do devilish things, inappropriate things, turned a blind eye to it because they wanted to be a part of his entourage.
What devilish thing did they see him do?
And that was not right. I can't.
What devilish thing did they see him do?
You like that? I'm not the one to hold you down, so don't do no
What
crime.
devilish thing did they see him do?
I just told you. Now, it may not have been in this particular documentary, but I have been watching other testaments.
What did they do?
And we talked about this before the show started.
Like what?
They have been and witnessed stuff.
Like what?
Like I just told you, little kids being in that atmosphere.
I heard that.
Wait a minute, Patrice. We can't really say.
So if you don't think that the federal government would be able to prosecute him if that was true?
You know what I think with the federal government, and I told this, and you guys, correct me if I'm wrong.
Because again, you just going by you just saying shit. You're not saying
I'm not, Anton. True. I just believe that there's too many
hearsay. You gotta
he
go
got
by
money.
the
He's a billionaire. You don't think they're gonna protect their own?
You can't go based off of
hearsay. You know better than that.
Yeah, but you can't say little kids like they 9 years
just saying
old.
The testament of this young lady. She said
there's plenty of billionaires that it went down.
Allegedly.
Well, that's I don't.
You can't just make shit up.
And
just say
I'm
it
not
to
gonna
be
be
true.
loyal to the devil.
Just because you think that you heard something from somebody.
It's not.
That's not how life works.
Not even, do you believe in discernment?
That's not Christ-like.
Do you believe in the discernment and discerning of spirits? You're not supposed to mix yourself with unclean things. I'm not going to be a part of stuff like
say
that.
something.
I'm not supporting.
Wait. One of the things that God says is that the tongue. He talks about the tongue, right? and you can't tear people's reputations down by accusing them of doing something
I'm
that
just
you
saying
don't know
the
to be true.
testament. But the Bible also says it will bear witness to your spirit, right? So if God shows you something about somebody, you better believe it. Okay?
No, that's not what it says. What the translation, what God has also said was that you have to literally A, get a witness. B, on top of that, you also don't go against the word itself. So the word will never turn against itself.
If you have an aunt with
you can't bear false witness.
Nobody's bearing false witness.
You are, because you didn't see it yourself. And you're going based off of what you think somebody else said.
The Bible says if you have an aunt with your brother, right, you go make it right. You leave the gift at the
But that's not your brother.
Exactly.
So you can't bear false witness to something and kill somebody's reputation with the tongue.
He operates in unclean spirits. I'm not trying to make this.
The Bible also says that women need not preach on it. That women need not preach on it.
It's one thing to say somebody operates a certain way, because the entire world operates in an unclean spirit. You born into sin, but you can't accuse somebody of doing something and then justify it by saying, "Well, my discernment told me this." That's
yes, Anton, you can.
You can't. You cannot.
You can pray, and God can show you things. What do you think the Spirit of the living God does? He reveals things to you. So I'm not going to associate myself.
That's not how it works, because I've known plenty of people. I've known plenty of people that prophesied, said things, and none of it was true.
I'm not saying, and that's a whole nother topic. We're not even talking about that. What I'm saying is that people want to say, oh, Christians judge, we do this. But they don't really understand the Bible, because we are here to judge spiritual matters. So if I'm looking at this gentleman and I'm like, Lord, not that I'm not trying to pray for him. I didn't say I hate this man. I don't like what he does. And I think as a community, we support his bad behavior. And just like Rebecca, she says she will still support him. And how do people change if you continue to support somebody who's not willing to want to change themselves?
No, she never said that she wouldn't hold him accountable in private. She said that she would still rock with him, roll with him, support him, and make sure that she was loyal to him.
But she said because you don't
abandon people when they need you the most.
You're already prejudging. You're already
prejudging. The word of God itself has example after example after example of forgiveness. It has example after example of redemption. It has example and example and example after people go through things, and the people that they depended on the most is the one that brought them through to find their way back to God.
And nobody's talking about that. We agree with that. We agree on that matter.
Accountable. Who's to say when he comes out of jail that he doesn't change his ways, that he didn't ask for forgiveness? So you're already prejudging him on actions that he hasn't even taken. So if he comes out and all of a sudden he's found God and he's been redeemed, and he comes out with albums, are you not going to show him that forgiveness?
You know what?
As well?
I will watch and wait, and I will support him.
Okay.
If the fruit is there. And Shampoo asked me that. He said, would I forgive somebody? I said, of course, anybody can be forgiven. I'm not saying that he's not forgivable. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that in this state that he's in, I cannot support him until there is a transformation in his life. And hold on.
Let me have this conversation with her. But that's not the context of the conversation. You're speaking from your own personal perspective.
My own conviction, right?
Yes. You gotta, if it's a conversation, you gotta exchange, right? You're speaking from your own personal perspective, but at the same time, I'm talking about a person that is personally connected to that person. You have to take yourself out of it. And when you speak from this, you got to speak from the perspective of a person that is directly connected to them.
Right.
So if the example is, will you remain loyal and hold a person down despite what they're going through? I don't think that you speaking it from that lens. You speaking it from a lens of where you are, and not necessarily if you were in the situation directly connected to that person.
I've held people down. I've supported it. Now, there's been seasons where I had to pull out because of their mess, they will pull you in. Absolutely. See, that's what I'm saying. Wisdom is so much.
But supporting somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you got to be involved in what they got going on.
No, exactly. But I'm saying I am
you're changing the dynamic of the conversation.
Right now and said, "Treese, I need you. Can you help
she flipped it.
me?" And I haven't talked to this person in years, and we may have had an aunt or have something. I will go and support them. I will go pick them up. If they said, "I need you," I'm in jail. I've done it.
Why are you looking at Rebecca like she's crazy then?
I'm saying because I'm not going to support everything somebody does. Loyalty is not necessarily having to be in their corner. You
don't have to support everything a person does. What she said was, and this is the thing that I seen y'all villainize her for. What she said was if she had to hold somebody accountable, then it would not be public. Dalen tried to convince her. No, yes, you did. Dalen tried to frame it. Dalen tried to frame it to where she had to publicly denounce it, and you tried to make. And what Rebecca added the context was, she said, if I'm going to get into it with a person, or if I'm going to hold a person accountable, it's going to be in private. It don't have to be for your enjoyment. Public.
Okay, and that's
fine. That was the difference. That was the difference in saying that just because you holding somebody down doesn't necessarily mean you agree or support everything that they do.
That wasn't my premise. That wasn't my premise. Now let me respond. I was asking from the base of, if you know someone personally that has done the things to the degree that you know that they have done it for what we know Diddy has done, if it's been to that magnitude.
You don't know what he's done.
Okay, just look, that's the point. We don't know if someone is actually guilty or not, but from what we know, we do make judgment based off of what we've seen with our own eyes, but maybe not have full context, what we've heard with our own ears, where we can say that is plausible. But if these things you are aware of, how do you know when it's time to say you had a lapse in judgment, but I'm still going to support you? Or these are representations of fucked up character flaws, and I can't fool with you no more. I'm not even worried about holding you accountable because I don't think you're redeemable.
But I think that all of that shit is fake.
That was the premise of what I was talking about. So
but you can't say that to her. You can't say that to her because all of that shit is fake. All of that shit is fake because most of the shit that you've said on this panel is shit that people was like, what the fuck is you holding people down that's in your life like that? So it's so funny to me because, and this is what my premise is that we pick and choose when to be hypocritical and when not to be hypocritical.
It's not being hypocritical.
I don't think it is hypocritical.
So for example, you'll sit here and you criticize Rebecca.
I didn't criticize. I questioned.
No, you criticize it.
You can't say I criticized.
For being loyal, and the only thing that he was convicted for was having freak offs. That don't necessarily mean that Rebecca.
But there's other. What if you have other information?
That don't necessarily. Patrice, you don't have shit to do with this.
That
don't necessarily mean that Rebecca support the freak offs. But why can't Rebecca sit there and come back at you and say, why you best friends with a gay person?
Okay, you picked one thing, and if someone can say, well, you saw this man beat this woman.
I'm asking you, no. Answer the question. How come she can't hold you accountable for being supportive of a lifestyle that goes directly against God?
Here's the thing. She can say, hey, I don't agree that you do that. That's fine. I'm not saying she can't feel the way she feels. I am trying to understand how someone can be presented with certain things that are plausible. No one can actually say,
like getting fucked by another man.
What? Who get fucked by another man?
Your best friend.
My best friend?
Your friends that you said on this very show.
Oh God.
You're getting way off topic.
I'm not getting off topic. I'm not getting off topic. Why are you loyal to somebody?
Because it's based on what
No. Why are you loyal to somebody that is literally an abomination of God?
It's about what people want to know what your moral clause is. Would you forgive?
I'm asking you a question directly. Why are no? Because Why are you loyal to somebody that is an abomination, for example?
Loyal to someone that is an abomination.
Yes.
Anton, if you're talking about why would I develop a friendship with someone who is a homosexual?
Correct.
Well, the same reason that I befriended someone that may have shot someone, but I don't know. The same reason I may have befriended a former drug addict. The way I could maybe be friends with a stripper.
Oh, you think no.
And this is exactly my point. Is that all of it is hypocritical.
It's not.
But we sit here with this perspective. We sit here with this perspective as though we're going to hold somebody accountable for their loyalty, while at the same time, that is a reflection of most of the people's lives who have something negative to say about the people that hold Diddy down. And that's all it is.
Galen, something real quick, just real quick. Galen, can I ask you a question? Galen, can I just ask you one little question?
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you tell Anton that he's not an abomination? Why did you concur that he is your best friend? Why didn't you just say he's not? I don't think he is an abomination. You think he is too?
Because she's selectively picking and choosing.
Homosexuality being considered an abomination is in the Bible. I can't refute that. He knows.
Why do you still hang out with him and do makeup with him?
Because if you want to know, do makeup.
Because he benefits from it.
Because I don't pick and decide which sin.
Just say it, Dylan. Selling some other shit. I want that other shit you got. Don't sell me that.
I can't do that.
So you don't pick and decide which sin, except when it's applicable to Diddy.
I just said I didn't say that. Talking about Diddy, I asked about someone in her life that had accusations, or you physically seen things, you've heard things, only things that you can consider and say, when can I decide this is something that my friend did do and they had a lapse in judgment, but they still deserve my support because we all F up? Or these things have been presented to me and now I have to make a character assessment judgment. Can I trust this person? Would they blow my ass up? Would they hang me over?
So you're not doing it. But hold on, wait. You're not doing
and beat my ass.
So what you're basically saying, translation, is that I'm not supporting them because it's the right thing or the wrong thing to do. I'm supporting them because they actually benefit my life. And I trust them enough not to fuck me up. And so this don't have nothing to do with your moral compass. This got everything to do with how you benefit from the friendship from the person that you actually loyal to. It ain't got no, and this is where the hypocritical stuff come from. Because we sit here on our moral high horse when in reality you just selfish.
We're not on our
I have one thing to say though. I do have one thing to say with dealing with your friends privately. If you live your life publicly, why shouldn't you be held accountable when you do mess up publicly?
You can be held accountable.
Keep your house in order.
Everybody can have their opinion.
Because I mean,
we're
Rebecca, you and AD said, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hold my friend accountable privately, but if your friend is living in the public eye, why should you not deal with them publicly too?
You want friends in your life like that? You want friends in your life like that?
Hold on.
Well, Mike, y'all, come on.
I'm gonna wait till somebody asks me a question.
You would hold your friend publicly accountable?
That's wrong.
That's the thing. I've never said.
I'm asking it to Carmen. You would hold your friend publicly accountable? Somebody's.
It was Jay.
You would hold your friend publicly accountable, Carmen?
If my friend lived her life publicly and the public figure was this image, yes. Because you're living your life publicly, so why shouldn't you not be held accountable publicly?
Jay, that's your mic, Jay. I'm muting you.
Because you're there. Because you're
friends
not
like you, babe. Who needs enemies?
Privately, that's why.
Bro, that's crazy. Bro,
Yeah.
to be a friend of somebody just because they are a public figure, you hold them accountable publicly.
Don't answer that. That's
is
a trap.
fucking wild.
Wait,
That is wild.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, I'm just saying, like that's what it was.
Wait,
hold on.
You not a
Hold on.
Nobody ever
Choose
said
your friends wisely.
no. But to Carmen's
that's crazy.
question, and I think Rebecca, you asked me too. Do I, my friend who's gay? If you really want to know, my gay friends know I've said penile do not belong in buttocks. I have let it be known I don't agree with that type of penetration. But there's a lot of other type of.
You really just digging yourself a hole.
Yeah.
Now there was asked, how can I hold someone accountable if I have a gay person in my circle? I don't actually agree that sex should be had in that manner, but there are other manners in which I believe sex should not be had. But I'm not going to base how I see you as a person, how you treat me as a person, how you treat my family, how you take care of yourself, how you can benefit me and be an asset to my life.
Yeah, you go. You're a benefit. If you're a benefit, you good. You don't gotta have no morals in Dalen's life unless it benefits you.
I don't hang out with I don't hang out with drug dealers. I don't hang out with older men that think it's okay to date high school girls. I don't hang out with thieves. I don't hang out with people who are fake in the church.
That's because you don't know them. You would hang out with them if you knew them.
No, you will hang out with them. Nobody
you saying all these people because you don't know them. You don't know what benefit they could do for you.
Who's committing sins? So how you only say anything about a homosexual person because you know that they're gay? People are sinning in other ways.
No, I don't think it's an abomination. Me personally, I don't think it's an abomination. But you okay, but so then you're going against God's word.
I also am going against God's word by my own actions. I have said plenty of times that I have beard.
Yeah, because you had sex before you got married. So you already went against God.
But I have been forgiven.
I tried to tell you to just stop. I just tried to tell you to stop. I don't know why you
had sex.
I genuinely just said, like, I don't know why you're going down this path. You should just stop. But you want to keep on going, so do your thing.
Y'all took it down this path instead of just trying to divulge into the dialogue of how do we determine based on people that we know that we should support you in your time you was going through something. This is forgivable. You effed up, but I'm gonna still support you. I got you because this is defendable. Versus other things that are presented to me, I don't know. Would you forgive me? Would you have?
I'm just trying to What's the definition of loyalty?
I
think loyalty is
it's like y'all don't know how to hear a question talking about. Oh, well, I'm not gonna do it in public. We weren't talking about public. What would you do for yourself to them, to their face? How do you determine you can't be rocked with no more? And you know what? You effed up, but I got your back, and I'm gonna support you in private and in public.
You're a fake friend.
I ain't no fake. How am I fake? I support my friends. How am I fake?
You probably leave your husband if he cheated on you.
But where's the boundary, you guys? There has to be at some point. That person is not
loyal.
It ain't about Patrice. It's not about a boundary in this conversation. It's about it being hypocritical to call Rebecca out for something that they are doing.
And she's Patrice, not me, about it. Clear that up.
You can't hold somebody accountable for something that you're doing.
Yeah. And you can't get mad at high school girls because they're young. You said,
but I think the whole conversation stemmed from
this ain't about right
Rebecca
or wrong.
saying she was going to support Diddy.
This ain't about
and then
right
she
or
said,
wrong.
But the whole conversation stemmed from her supporting Diddy.
Even you and I having a dialogue, right? I understand that everybody that's on this panel may not have the same belief system that you and I have.
Right.
So then the level set is, okay, you substantiate your argument. But if you're substantiating your argument, you can't then say they shouldn't do it when you doing it.
Now, if that's
but who said? But where's the hypocrite?
Because they were holding Rebecca accountable for the very thing that they do and benefit off.
She asked her a question about,
and then she started to go in on her.
No, you started to go in on Dalen about her gay friend. Because you're saying, well, how can...
The only reason that Dalen asked the question is because I asked the guys who would they roll with from a loyalty perspective.
And they said Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Loyalty means differently.
And I'm assuming, this is my own assessment.
You're saying that I'm being...
This is my own assessment. She felt some type of way about the snow bunny.
That's not true. That's not true.
She
Anton.
felt some type of way about the snow bunny.
Shout out to the snow bunnies, man.
I'm Latina.
Listen,
I'm
one thing
Latina.
I know for sure, and two things I know for certain, is
Not
that
me, obviously.
a lot of black women don't like it when black guys are playing in the snow.
I don't
That's
have
what I know for sure. And so maybe that triggered her. Maybe not.
I don't think that was the case, Anton.
I didn't say it was. I said maybe.
You're saying I'm jealous of a white woman, so that's why I'm
Latina.
I didn't say you was. I said maybe. That may be a trigger.
And maybe you should act like one, and maybe you could keep a man.
I think this is why guys also keep the side pieces around too, because they're
I'm not
loyal.
saying you. I'm just saying.
But no, Anton, that was so tacky. I have no problem.
What is tacky?
On the panel saying whatever. I don't remember what the question was, so that was disingenuous. I don't have a problem.
How was it disingenuous to say that?
I had to
my maybe to say maybe
again.
So his point was
maybe you didn't
like you came from after.
Maybe I didn't like it. Was hey, she kind of said something that I have an inquiry about. Like I'm curious. It's curiosity, not some sort of jealousy or something.
That wasn't an inquiry, but whatever.
Say that again, Andrew.
That didn't seem like an inquiry. That seemed like there was an underlying thing. I think that's what
I can tell you right now, underlining. If you want to say there's an underline, it's an underline of saying, "Hey, I'm a little confused on understanding how if we hear this about a particular person like Diddy, and we can say from what we've heard, I will still go out of my way to support your music." Now, I took the question to, well, would you apply that same idea of supporting someone that has these type of allegations on it?
Yeah.
You knew them personally. And because you said yes, I had to understand what metric of measure are you using to say when you make fucked up decisions, how do we categorize it that this person
she said she don't give a fuck what he did. I'm supporting him. That's how I broke down.
And y'all didn't let her say it. Y'all just immediately tried to say I'm attacking her. You didn't allow her to come.
Because you was trying to make her change the way she thinks. I want her to think.
I wanted to make
and she wasn't having it, and we not having it, damn it. We not having it. We not having it.
We tend to be a lot more vigilant,
right,
about the ones that is loyal to us.
We all fluently speak.
Yeah.
We know what was happening here.
You can lose loyalty by your.
If you want support from men, then you got to show a level of loyalty.
That's right.
But I think the same way.
You think your man never cheated on you?
Heck no, I know that. Listen.
No, I'm saying, Dalen, calm. You don't think he never cheated on you, and you don't.
But that
know?
has nothing to do with loyalty.
Come on.
What does that have to do with loyalty?
Don't be so naive.
I'm not married, so I'm not being loyal to.
And you never gonna be because you hard headed.
I'm saying if I get married, that's a different conversation. But I don't think boyfriend deserves that level of loyalty. I'm sorry.
Wait. Hold on 1 second. You said what now?
I was just saying that if I'm married, that's a different conversation because now that's my husband. So there's a different level of loyalty I'm going to offer him, right? Because this is a covenant. But any man doesn't deserve that level of loyalty. I'm not just going to continue to keep holding you down over and over and over and over again. That's not.
So do you think that? So wait. Let me ask you a question, and then we got to get to the next subject.
Yeah.
Do you think that Q's loyalty to me is unwarranted?
I don't know you and Q's relationship. I believe that if you guys are friends and I believe that she's supporting you, then you continue to support. But if she were to see you, Anton, doing things that are defiling or inappropriate, I would hope.
No. I'm not saying it from the lens of defiling and all of that.
Whatever that inappropriate.
Listen to the question.
She always goes to the screen.
Listen to the question first. Listen to the question. All right. I'm saying that if you're considering what you just said, right? As far as you would never have that level of loyalty unless it was a covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Do you then think that the loyalty that Q has to me is unwarranted?
I don't know the degree. Again, I don't know the degree of your relationship, right? I don't know I can't answer that. I mean, but what I'm saying is that if we're talking about loyalty and she sees you do something inappropriate, I would hope that she would have a conversation with you. But if your behavior is habitual and you just don't care and you don't, and you're hurting people around you,
She should still be loyal to him.
I don't even
she
know what
should
you're
not.
talking about.
No,
Yes,
I
she
don't
should
agree.
be. That's her
She should be loyal to
friend.
Anton.
That's
Be
her
down
friend.
here
So your
busting.
loyalty has a
No,
limit?
if he's
No.
wearing a mugget
Wait
and
a
doing
minute. Wait a
crazy
minute.
stuff,
She
no.
flipping it. Anton, she flipping it.
No, I don't think she should be loyal
Wait
to
a
him.
minute. Hold
I'm
on.
not trying to be
Patrice.
extreme.
Miss.
You said I was being
Okay.
extreme, so I'm saying
Patrice.
habitual behavior.
Patrice, God is talking. Let me
No,
tell
he's
you
not.
something.
Not
Let me tell you
not
something.
through you.
That's right. He said I'm in his flesh. I'm this dumb looking nigga. I'm him.
Whatever.
That's
Christians
why
always
I
get the
sneak
bad
around.
rap.
Like to sneak around and watch it.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, Shaku. Yes, sir.
No, listen. If Anton and Q are close like that and loyal, and he's found out to did something defile, she should still stay loyal to him because she don't know why he did it, or maybe something mental or something. She shouldn't break off from him. That would be disarmed. That's not loyalty.
But
Loyalty
the key word is
to the end.
habitual. The key word is habitual.
If it's
Meaning
habitual, then it's not.
ongoing.
He got a problem.
I
You
don't agree with that. I don't
No.
agree with that. And I'm not being loyal to somebody who habitually is doing things that are defiling and
What
hurting
if somebody is
people, and so I have
habitually,
to walk away.
hang on. What if somebody is habitually smoking crack and stealing from you? Aren't you supposed to always support them and try to get them better until you die?
That don't mean I'm gonna have them
That's
in my
what God
house.
said. That's what
Hold
God
on, we got to move on, y'all. We way past what we supposed to be. Way past the time for the next thing.
Yeah, let me get to the super chats. Okay, so super dope says when you don't pay the bill, period, it voids the NDA non-payment. 414 Shell Shock says on episode 4, Diddy literally told himself on a phone call by saying, "I know you heard about the rumors; they are true. Can't wait for part 2 though." I Heart Mimi says, y'all tripping. I'm a celebrity nail tech. I did Mary J's nails and washed my hands after. Y'all nasty. And Diddy is not wrong for saying he wanted to wash his hands and bathe. Anonymous Base says, question. Change shampoo's name on StreamYard to hand poo. Maurice _ Manhattan says, hold on, someone came back. Says, I first bumped everyone, but I would shake the president's hand. 414 Shell Shock says Terrence Howard is working with 50 on part 2 since he rejected Diddy's advances, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cat Williams isn't involved too. 1J Ben says, nah, B, you dead ass bugging, yo. You skid mark now, poo. Truthful Deed says, Anton, you know you on a video begging to pay white folk $1 for a hug. How quick we forget. Don't get mad, just be accountable. Anonymous Base says Shampoo's favorite Street Fighter move is Hapukin. Maurice _ Manhattan says doing the number 2 is a process. Baby wipes, courtesy booty wash followed up by a thorough hand washing. Shampoo is nasty as F. Ekene Bus Dev says J. The soda is making you age quick. Drink H2O. Corey the God says, if the Diddler never sued Diago, he would be free. He still got his money, so he coming for whoever he got dirt on that spoke on his name. Mike Davis 4321 says, toothpaste is nasty. Doo-doo sandwich eating ninja. Ekene Busdev says, the Bible and Christians make good look naive. 1J Ben says, 50 jumped in the game and did a Hollywood hoe tour. He's not bitter, just petty. Diddy was just trying to see how it felt to be shook. So he cosplayed with 50 baby moms and a little man. Petty never sleeps. NYC up. Anonymous Base says, shout out to Becky with the good hair. Raquel Quintiana says, thank you for the $5 fall. Shadow Dragon XTV says, disagree. 50 has been beefing with Diddy for years, even before her. He's consistent with never missing a chance to step on Diddy, Ja Rule, and Ross. Johnny Mac 81 says, shame, insults, and the need to be right. I repeat, some women are just dumb. B Fry 1 says, how many of y'all like Michael Jackson? You Are Not Alone song. If so, guess who wrote that? R. Kelly. You pick and choose too much. Tropical Empress and Spirit says you can be loved and be loyal to people and not love everything they say or do, just as you can forgive people and love them from afar. I'm with Rebecca. A 90s Swamp Fox says, what they're not understanding is that Rebecca trusts her discernment. Women will have babies with the man, then decide he's not a good man. It's not the man, but the woman not knowing who or what's best for her. Anonymous Space says, Patrice, you're talking too much and being obtuse. Me University 8661 says, add up benefits sinner afforded you. Give it back. Tropical Empress and Spirit says, Jesus teaches you to break bread with your enemy. Me University 8661 says, see why women do not preach. Emotions is greater than objectivity. J Pity City says, Paul said, silence, woman. Just call me Solo says, be there for gay people and men who beat women. Friends don't forsake friends. It's all about getting them back on track if possible. It says Mr. 10 before 9 says Lloyd is holding your friends accountable privately, celebrating them publicly, and never airing them out. You don't kick them because the world is. J Mill 1013 says Patrice is a good addition to the show. Dilute some of these ratchetness. You're holding your own tonight. BC Method says Dylan is a bird with a bird's brain. Dirty Woman says, if you do something illegal or immoral and your stalker has good morals and they decide to distance themselves, that's on you, not them. When I went to prison, that's what happened to me. Not mad at them. Charge it to the game. Telgi says, the D, the I, the D, the D, the Y, the D, the I, the D. It's Diddy. And shout out to everybody that sent the super chats. We appreciate you. Please hit the like button because it is free. And you guys are here with us on this Monday night. We appreciate you. And next, we are going to talk about the Somalis. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news. It's a lot going on, and we'll watch this little clip of what Trump had to say.
Somalians ripped off that state for billions of dollars. Billions. Every year. Billions of dollars. And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I can say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. Our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other. And we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. They came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
Damn.
Damn. Trump's a G.
He said a lot.
Yeah. He ain't going to heaven.
I love this country.
Trump 2028, baby. Trump.
Hold on, wait. Somebody got a lot of feedback.
Jay, that's your mic. I muted you.
We gotta fight for this country.
That's your mic. Jay.
Trump is the GOAT.
Stay in this country. For $1 billion to be stolen or improperly claimed through different welfare programs, $250 million stolen through the food aid program with these fake organizations about funding kids with autism, falsely having these kids diagnosed with something just to steal money. There's a lot of fraud going on, and I hope they get down to the bottom of it, because we can't have people coming to our country to take advantage when there's so many people in our country. We got so much work that we need to do, per state. So I just think that we got to clean up this mess. It's too much going on, and I'm glad that we have people in this administration. I'm not, picking sides or anything like that, but
yes, you are.
we need people to protect You know what I'm saying? I love this country, and it will be broken down state by state if we allow people to steal our taxpayers' money. We got roads that's messed up, school books that ain't even in, libraries that ain't even, programs for these children. The infrastructure is messed up. So
can I ask, Dalen, can I ask you a question?
Well, yes, Mr. Shem.
Do you think that that United States should have free health care for everybody?
I think that if we can show
yes or no.
It ain't no yes or no. Don't ask me a question that requires depth and then tell me I can't answer in depth. Please, sir. Thank you, Papa. Now look, I absolutely think that if we can prove that we can facilitate something to where we can administer, we make a lot of money. We know that there are other countries that can provide free education and free health care. I'm not sure what that would look like, but I absolutely do believe.
Well, let me just educate you.
Okay.
No.
The state of
listen.
Israel has free health care for all their citizens and free education for all their citizens. And we contribute to that. So don't you think it's only fair that we have those things too? Free health care for everybody and free education for everybody too?
So who's paying for that, something?
I look at it this way. If we are going to be a country that can be looked at, that can help other countries that are lacking.
Nobody's going to answer that question.
I think that we do need to apply. Well, if we can apply something and outsource it, we can definitely use those resources ourselves.
You just said people were stealing money. We got to clean this self up.
Well, no, I do see what I've read about all this money, $1 billion either being stolen or inappropriately misplaced. That's suspicious,
That's
okay, but what I'm saying is from that video about the Somalis, about the video. Let's talk about the video.
I'm trying to talk about the video. Yeah,
you're trying to. The problem with that video and what this disgusting bastard said was the reason why if he really believed what he's saying, that would be one thing. He's denigrating a whole race of people because he doesn't like one lady in the Senate, Ilhan Omar. Hang on. I know you want to jump on his cock, but I just want to tell you this. If she never said anything about him or went against him, he would have never said nothing about Somali people being garbage. So what he really was doing was talking to her and denigrating a whole race of people, which is a scumbag move.
Can I respond?
Go ahead.
Now, I don't think that when there's a large number of people that have something in common, let's say like their race or their nationality, when people are pointing out fraud or things that are, misappropriately being done, it's not you are being accused of this because of your race. Let me ask you this. Do you know how many Somalians have been imported to Minneapolis, Minnesota, in the last 5 years?
You know how many Asians been imported over here?
We were talking about the video.
Yeah, talking about black people. I got you.
Talking about Somalians. Do you know what percentage or how many?
No, I don't. Do you?
Hundreds of thousands.
All right, how many Asians, how many illegal Irish people come over here? How many illegal this people and that people come over here?
I mean, I understand the conversation, but no.
I'll do that for you in a minute, Shampoo. The reason why I bring that up is because it seems that, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of those people in the state where there's no voter ID required.
Oh, come on.
A particular person in office to facilitate
let me ask you a question, Dalen. Do you think the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump?
Based on what evidence that I've seen?
No. Come on, man. Yes or no?
I mean, okay.
You think it was stolen? Do you?
Let other people.
Oh man, please. Do you think it was stolen?
One mic, y'all. One mic.
Just answer the question.
I'll let Carmen go because I don't want to be disrespectful to Carmen.
No, I'm saying, can I ask you a serious question?
I'll remember it and I'll answer. Promise. Go ahead, Carmen.
Let other people talk. When it comes to this immigration thing, the United States has the most lapse in laws of immigration. You do know that, right? In Somali, and we're talking about the Somalians, right? Do you know that in Somalia you have to at least be a resident for 7 years in good conduct before you even get Somalian citizenship?
China too. Yeah.
Okay, then. So you have to be the very same people who are migrating from Somalia. If me and you were to go, non-Somalians, we got to live there for 7 years, be in good conduct to get Somalian citizenship. In my own country, Dominican Republic, in order for you, myself, well, I was born there, but anybody else that's not born in the Dominican Republic, you have to buy land and live there for 2 years to even be considered to be a Dominican citizenship. In Mexico, you have to live in Mexico for at least 3 years, buy land, and be considered for a Mexican citizenship.
But we bigger than that.
My point is, all of the country is, my point is,
we're not petty like that.
You are invested to be a citizenship in this country. What the Somalians did was come here, lived here, and said, hey, I am running away from my country, and ripped off this country and the opportunities that they have to benefit them on the other side. So my point is, with all these immigrants coming here, you gotta buy into it. You gotta buy into the system. They're not supporting the other countries. The United States has the most.
I got you, Carmen.
So that's my thing.
The only immigrants, illegal immigrants that we're ever going to hear about is black motherfuckers and
Shampoo, they don't even consider themselves black. Africans don't consider themselves black. There's a distinction between that.
It's the only nation in the country that says just because you were born here, you're automatic.
So what? You can't change it. So that's
that wasn't meant for immigrants, though.
It can be changed.
Well, wasn't it
I gotta do one mic.
Birthright citizenship was not meant for immigrants at all.
It was meant for our black asses.
It was meant for black slaves. That's not all. Like the United States, when you look at the facts, the United States is the only country in the world that anybody can come to and claim citizenship. That's what Trump is trying to reclaim. If you look at other countries,
he won't be able to. We won't be able to.
Okay, Shampoo. We'll move to.
He only got a year left to do it. He only got a year left to do it.
Move to Mexico.
He only has a year left to do it.
European countries.
Miss, he only got a year left to do everything you say. He only got a year left to do it.
And you know what, Shampoo? You said that we not that petty, but we are. A lot of Americans will go to Mexico on a work visa or a school visa, outstay that visa, stay there, and run up the cost in Mexico. So it is an issue on both sides.
Who the hell gonna stay in Mexico? What are you talking about?
Another thing is, a lot of these immigrants come here and they work and they work, and they send their resources to another country, to the very same country that they're fleeing from. That is the problem.
Shampoo, what is your take? Do you feel like we should not have a strong immigration policy? Or you're saying we should just keep our borders open and let people in and come and live? And like, what is your sentiment?
I believe that whoever's in office, it becomes a big issue. Like whatever it is, it becomes a big issue. Then when that person gets in office, now it's all fixed. Trump said there's no more illegal immigrants coming over here no more. So that conversation's over. So what are we talking about? All I'm trying to say is we need those people to come over here to do the work.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. No, we do not.
You know what we need? We need to teach ourselves to do the work. We need to have trade schools. Can I say this, you guys?
If you have a job and you hire an illegal immigrant to do it for $12 an hour, but you know you can actually afford to pay $20 an hour, that's when you will see an American.
Even in Canada. Even in Canada. Let's look at the neighbors of Canada with all.
All right, Dylan.
If we can
Can you shut the fuck up?
Let me.
Can y'all do one mic?
Dylan, if I pay somebody $12 to do a job for me, there is no way in hell I'm gonna look for somebody to pay $25 to do the same job. That boat has failed.
That is wrong. Let me tell you why it's wrong. Let me tell you why it's wrong. See, when an immigrant comes over here and is able to work for these companies that are hiring illegal immigrants unlawfully, you can pay them whatever you want instead of paying what they deserve. They're already getting health benefits, so they don't need to get any out of their check. Some of them are getting paid under the table. It is wages that are far below, too low for people to sustain a livable lifestyle in their own country. So how you need to be able to pay people a livable wage that these billion-dollar corporations can absolutely pay the employees that they need so desperately to run their empires. How do you think people can afford to live in America as American citizens if they can't make 3 times the rent?
Because they're getting housing.
And how degrading do we sound, you guys?
They're getting housing for free, basically, or by the third. Like the Somalis were. They're getting food stamps, $3,000 worth of food stamps, just like the illegal Latino immigrants were in New York and Chicago. That's how they can compensate that fact. Okay.
And I was going to say, how degrading are we going to say, yeah, we want you to come in this country to work for us? That's a degrading.
You know who the people who deserve that free housing that they got in Mexico, all the illegal immigrants that they got in New York City, that they got in Chicago? The people who really deserved it was the people who lived in North Carolina that was devastated by the hurricane. They're devastated for the hurricane, and they had no.
You can yell all you want. You can yell all you want. I ain't washing no car. I ain't mowing no lawn.
And that's fine.
I ain't building no house.
Fine.
I'm not building no building.
But guess what?
I ain't doing none of that shit.
You don't want to get on my
ass. And let the lawnmowers, let the land
for a minimum of 3
years
to even be considered a Canadian citizen. Did y'all know that? Even in Canada, you have to live there.
Let me tell you something, and let me tell you something else. If I was getting a house built, and some Americans came to build that house, I'll say, "Where's them immigrants at? I wanted a good job done."
That's why your shit will be falling out.
And you are the very same person.
Immigrants have to do the best work, and they have pride in their work. They got families that they love. I don't want no lazy American doing nothing for me.
How you gonna call an American lazy
Nothing.
when they want livable wages?
Absolutely nothing.
You are propping up people who
Fuck out of here. I want them to say, "Yo, Poppy, what you want me to do?"
The very same people you are supporting the very same you are supporting the very same people who
I'm gonna keep supporting them.
1,000 who are gaining and gaining government assistance.
When you hire a legal alien, you'll never hear, "I'll be right back." Soon as you hire an American, they go, "I'll be right back. I gotta go."
This is so
take care of
backwards
something."
because we're what I hear you saying, Shampoo, is that I want an immigrant to come in here, own a small business, make money, and do my work that I don't want to do. But there could be somebody down the street that wants that opportunity to own a small business, not only just immigrants like landscaping, mechanical work, or carpentry. A lot of people do, but what we fail to do as Americans is to go back to having trade schools and promote those types of jobs. What you see
when you get your shit together, then I'll get y'all. I'll hire you. When you get your shit together, I'll hire you.
But we have to do that for our own country. Just like it's wrong for us to see all of things being outsourced and going over to other seas for software engineers.
Listen, Patrice. Let me. I hate to break it to you, But when you hire one of them aliens to do anything, build a home, whatever, you could go to sleep knowing that shit is going to be excellent.
So we got to change our work ethic, is what I'm hearing you say.
Not good.
As Americans.
Excellent.
Americans, but we don't promote that. We promote quick, rich, get schemes. We want to tell our people to be rappers and entertainers.
Not only are there the benefits that they get from here, they outsource it to fun.
And you act like America wasn't stolen. You act like America wasn't stolen.
That's not the conversation, though. That's
America was stolen. America was stolen.
But you're born in America, so
but America was stolen. Yeah.
But you're born here. Don't you want your country to prevail?
Don't brush over that. Don't
we want to be strong as a nation?
Yeah, but America was stolen. America was stolen.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's what you're gonna say. You should stand on it. You should say, yeah, we stole it. Why don't you stand on it? Say, yeah, we stole it.
What I'm standing on is
a strong you think you white,
policy.
You think you white and Christian. You think you're white. Why don't you say you stole it?
What?
What you think you acting like you're white, like you got white privilege?
I'm so
we're Americans. You don't give a fuck about you.
There is no such thing as white privilege.
It doesn't matter about what people care. It's about my opportunities and what I can take advantage of when the opportunities come my way.
You weren't proud of America. You weren't proud of America till Trump got in office. Before he got in office, you ain't give a shit about America.
No other country. Okay, I am so proud to be born in America.
You wasn't saying that. You wasn't saying that before.
Yeah.
You were saying that when Obama was in office.
I didn't vote for Obama.
Exactly. I know you didn't. That's when you wasn't saying that then. The only time you was proud of America. Oh, I got you now. I got you now. I got you on the hook.
If you were to move to another country,
the only time you was proud of America is when Trump got in the office. That was the only time you've been proud of America.
I've been always rooting for America and for us to
You're a
keep things
all right, Shampoo. That is good. If you were to move to another country, where would it be? I'm asking a question, Shampoo. If you were to move to another country, where would it be? If it was
How dare you?
What? Why are you so emotional?
I'm American because Trump is. I love America.
Okay, so if you hate America, if you hate Trump so much, where would you move to? Answer the question. What country will you move to?
I love America.
No, you don't.
But I loved America. I loved America.
Okay, so you stay here.
I didn't have to wait for some white con man to get in the office for me to love America. I loved America when I was born.
It's a fucking question. So
I loved America when I was born.
You love America because this is the best country to be with.
Absolutely.
Because you will not move to another country.
I wouldn't.
You know what it was.
I wouldn't.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right. So what's the big deal?
Question. You wouldn't move to another country.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Even though you hate Trump, the president that governs.
He's not America. He's not America. What the fuck are you talking about?
But do you think that we need? So can I ask you this?
Is he not the president of the United States?
America, a real American in office is one that served in the armed forces. Those are real Americans.
So by that,
the president of the United States is not American.
Don't get it twisted.
So the president that gogoverned.
They not big. Hang on. They not big and fat. They not big and fat. Them niggas got the gold shit on. Those is Americans.
Bro,
you crazy?
I'm not
you ain't fighting the Air Force or the Army or the Navy. You ain't shit.
So it's a requirement. You gotta be.
You just sitting in your computer chair, rolling around and talking shit.
But you voted
Shampoo,
for
who
Obama
hurt
and
you?
he never served. So how could you vote?
I'm telling you, no, because you say you love American, and you saying she said I only loved America till Trump got in the office. That shit's crazy.
I did not say that.
You said it.
I never said that. I always stood for.
You said that.
I've worked in corporate America
She
for
said
over 20
it.
years, and I see things that they were doing.
Did you vote for? Who did you vote for when Obama? Did you vote for?
I didn't vote
Obama?
that year. I didn't vote that year.
Why didn't you vote for that year? Why didn't you vote?
Because I was confused.
Because a nigga was on the ticket. Because a nigga was on the ticket. That's why you didn't vote. That's why you didn't vote.
Because I was conflicted.
Did you vote for Kamala Harris?
I voted for Kamala Harris 3 times.
Did she serve in the army?
I went out the booth, came back in and voted for again. Went out to the park, came back and voted for again.
Did she serve in the army? Did she serve in the army?
I was trying to get her in the office, nigga.
But you said
I was praying. Oh, and that's another thing. Hey, Patrice, God ain't answer my prayers. Now we got a criminal in there. Now we got a criminal in there.
Thank God. Thank God.
We got a criminal in there.
But what?
Did she vote?
32 times.
Do you think Kamala was the right?
No, I have a question. I have a question. So when Barack and McCain were
No, obviously she was the wrong one.
Who did
She
you
wasn't the
vote for?
right one. She was the one for me, but she was the wrong one.
No, because Shampoo, you said if you didn't serve in the army, if you didn't serve, did you know that McCain did serve in the army?
Who?
McCain and Obama. Who did you vote for?
I voted for Obama.
Exactly.
Okay, then. Well, McCain served in the army, and
Yeah,
that's
but
how he got injured.
like Trump said,
But
he
you
wasn't.
said-
Hang
but you
on.
said-
No. You quoted something.
No,
Trump said he wasn't sick because he got captured. That's what Trump said. He got captured. Don't blame him.
He served, right? You said
but he
that
got
you needed
captured.
to be
He
served.
got
You
captured.
said that a
He got
qualified you said that a qualified leader for America had to serve in the army. So
One that didn't get captured. One that didn't get captured.
And voted against McCain, who did. So
No. He didn't go. Obama didn't serve in the army, but he was black, so he fought in the war. He fought in the war. He fought in the war.
Army. That's what you said. You said if you didn't serve in the armed forces, then you have
He's
no
got to be
right to
trolling.
vote.
Yeah.
I was the first black president. So that negates all of that other shit.
You said because he's the
He was
is
black.
that the reason why you voted for him? Because he was black?
You voted for Trump because he was white?
Who?
You!
Why do you keep trying to make it seem
Why
like
you didn't vote for Kamala? Because she was black. That's
Did
why you
Kamala
didn't vote
serve in the
for her.
army? No.
If we're voting because of color,
No, fuck that.
that's crazy. That is diabolical. You vote because we already know voting for the wrong color. Obama didn't do anything. We've had these conversations over and over again.
Obama gave people Obamacare.
We are all Americans.
Oh my
We are
God.
all Americans.
And Obamacare
So we
sucks.
want to keep
What are you talking about?
So my health insurance went up.
We're so divided. We're so divided as a country.
Obama gave us Obamacare.
And Obama also supported all the Mexicans that you're paying for to build your household a bunch of times. Obama did that.
Obama gave us Obamacare.
It's
something that they can't get rid of and they can't replace it with nothing better. Don't you
And
see
it's
that?
horrible. All right, you should talk to people who
That's the
use
fact.
Obamacare that are still struggling.
If
that can't pay
Obama's,
the financial.
but if Obamacare, and if I agree with you and say Obamacare is the worst, then that's even more of a disgrace to them because they don't have nothing to replace it. That's better than that.
That's what we have to
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay.
If you saying it's the worst and they don't have nothing to replace it, that's
But
even
I think they
worse.
do. I think they're trying to work on that, but people don't want to get
Trying
rid
to
of
work
it.
for 10 years, they've been trying to work on it.
Okay. Well, talk to the doctors, talk to the pharmaceutical companies about that.
Hey, listen, they've been trying to replace it. Why they can't replace it?
Because
That's
it's a
They've
money
been trying to
business.
replace
That's why.
it with universal care, which doesn't work. Go to Canada if you want to do that.
It
And by the
works in
way,
Israel. It works in Israel. Hang on. It works in Israel.
No. You said you want
It
a
works in
universal.
Israel.
No, you said you want a universal Medicare, right?
Yeah,
Go
like
to
in
Canada.
Israel.
And for you to go live to Canada, it takes 3 years. You got to live in Canada for 3 years and then
So
that.
I visit Denmark.
So when
I
you
visit-
wait 6
I went to
months
go
for a
visit
CT
Copenhagen,
scan,
Denmark.
then you come back and talk to me.
You guys, I went to go visit Copenhagen, Denmark, and it's supposed to be one of the happiest places on earth. Well, the thing of their structure is that they do a lot of things that supports everything. So they don't have like Ivy League universities. They don't have healthcare that, they have healthcare for everybody. And they don't even allow these type of degrees of separation, when it comes to social environments and policies. They want to support their community as a people. And it works for them because nobody's receiving lack. They don't vote people in office if it's going to change those type of standards. What America does not have is we don't hold a standard. How do we operate as a nation? When you look at American, what can you say about American? How do we go about living? One thing that I've learned is that if you continue to outsource stuff, you are shooting yourself in the foot. You're not going to be keeping up with the times and the technology.
It's too late. It's too late. You're right, but it's too late. It's too late.
As a nation,
too late.
We can't keep playing the race card. We have to at some point say, I'd rather have the business in-house than have it somewhere else. I'd rather raise up children to know how to do the trades. Plumbers, mechanics, they make money. Electricians, they make money, but they're so scared.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that black young misguided guy from a 2-parent household that planted those bombs, do you think that allegedly planted those bombs, do you think that he deserves a pardon?
I don't really know I don't know how they
I think he does, because there's a lot of attorneys that are saying if he did that right around the time and then within the vicinity of the Capitol, he's blanketed under Donald Trump's pardon authority. His law.
So are you saying? So are you upset that he's not pardoning black people out of?
No, he has to. He has to.
No, but I'm saying, what's your concern regarding it? What does that have to do with us?
I think that he, as a black man, misguided, because nobody got hurt, thank God, or thank whoever. But I think that he deserves help, mental health, and everything else, because he come from a 2-parent household in the suburbs. Went to great schools and everything and planted these bombs. So I think that since other people did harm to officers and people got killed and they got pardons, I think this misguided black man, 30 years old, from a 2-parent household deserves a pardon as well. Do you agree? Yes or no? I don't want a sermon. I don't want a sermon. Yes or no?
From based off, because I don't know the story.
I just told you.
He should receive a pardon, but I don't know the details. But you should
use your platform. You can't say that no more.
You gave it to you. To promote that. But that has nothing to do with the conversation right now.
The conversation
right now that we're having. Do you think that we should build up our country by strengthening the immigration policies, by keeping things in-house, teaching our children to learn trades that are not necessarily white-collar trades, but the blue-collar, so that we can sustain as a nation? Do you think that we should do that for our own people?
Yes, but it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
It's not too late.
I think that you should surrender. You should surrender those jobs to the immigrants, and Americans work on something bigger.
But you're degrading people.
Let them build the homes. Let them do all of that at a cheap price, while we're over here in tech and all of these things that you want to need.
You would get cheap product. If you pay for things cheaply, you'll get it cheaply done.
Right. Don't you understand?
Paying people, that's disrespectful to the immigrants. You're basically saying,
I come over here, come into our country, but work for me as a slave.
What is y'all beef?
When I see them at the bus stop with them knapsacks on, I know work is about to get done. Because there ain't no books in there.
A work ethic can be taught.
Those are tools,
a work ethic can be taught. We as Americans, we are just too lazy, and we want.
We too cool.
We don't want to work for things.
Too cool.
But if we change the trajectory of our mindset, we can be different.
Can you imagine if I told my son to mow the lawn? He'd be like, "You crazy?"
My son mows the lawn.
Are you you crazy? Are you serious?
Hey, get your ass out there and mow that lawn.
And guess what else he does?
This is some real nigga shit here.
He's a good
Shampoo is
He goes
trolling.
to work.
You know
He's in
trolling.
school.
I'm not
I'm
trolling.
right.
That's why
Hold
you
on,
like
wait. Give me a second.
can't fix nothing.
Give me a second. How old is your son?
20.
You got one kid, or you got more than one kid?
Just one.
Out of wedlock.
Yep, out of wedlock because I wasn't saved. But by the grace of him, I'm saved.
You're saying.
Hold on, wait. I'm just, y'all ain't gotta amen her. Let her stand on her own. Where his daddy at?
His dad's very much present in his life. Grandfathers, grandparents, all of that.
You said he mowed the lawn and
he mows the lawn. He goes to work. He's in school. He's enrolled in school. I've taught him how to make sure that he knows how to cook, clean, wash his clothes, take care of his business. He is really about his business. And that's because I know that's going to be somebody's husband one day.
But don't let him mow the lawn.
We had a landscaper.
What is his
need
dad?
to understand that as a, to know.
Now listen. You don't have to answer any of these questions, just to let you know. All right?
Oh yeah, that's okay.
What is his daddy like?
His dad's good. His dad's married. So his dad is married and has children, but he's very present in his life. He's a good dude.
So what happened?
Well, what happened was we was young and we were trying to be in a too serious of a relationship and he wasn't ready. So I made a decision that I wanted to go on and be without him. And so that's what happened.
You regret it a little bit?
No, I don't, because I was young. I was 24.
You're still young.
Yeah, so I was young. We're not compatible. Like, he's a cool guy, but we're not compatible.
He wasn't
and
good
plus
enough.
He's married now, so there's no interest.
Well,
yo,
I know how you feel about single moms.
He made you go against. He made you go against. He was so powerful. He was so powerful that he made you go against God. That dude was.
I didn't know God at the time, but through me having my son is when I found God. So.
They trying to shame you. Ain't no shame.
Ain't no shame.
Wonderful mother, and he has a wonderful support system, and that's what we need to be.
Boy, but that dude got to get a round of applause.
Yes, right. And he's well taken care of, and he is a young man that's learning how to be the man, or like I said, a husband to somebody.
But don't shortchange your baby father. Don't shortchange him. That was a powerful dude.
My son even went and lived with
He said, "Never mind, God, take off them jeans."
No, he's a good dude. He's a good father. Very present. Like
Listen.
There's no deadbeats over here.
Listen. Good for you.
But he grew into that.
Good for you. Good for no. Let me celebrate her. Good for you. And I'm glad that you seem like, obviously I don't know you because it's my first time meeting you, but you was a good sport, and I like the way you argue your points and your perspective. And I like your spirit. You seem like a really nice person. We do love the hoes over here. I'm not going to lie. We love the hoes, but it's a nice balance to have you here, a person that can articulate herself, and you're not bitter towards, you know what I'm saying, your child's father. So yes. shout out to you. I always like to give people their flowers when you know what I'm saying, when they deserve them. And you seem like a really, really nice person.
Thank you, Anton. I appreciate that.
You're always invited back here.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much.
He stands on a square.
Yeah.
But I couldn't treat you with kid gloves just because you was a nice person. I'm an equal accountability smoke giver. So I gotta test you and see what the resolve is. You held your own. I like that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good job.
Thank you, guys.
So
anybody else before we get to the super chats?
Yeah. Shampoo, go wash your hands. And that's it.
Come on.
I can't believe that man don't wash his hands.
Hey, ask your husband, do he wash his hands?
It's crazy.
You're going to say, yeah, all the time. And then smell them.
It's crazy.
I like you, Patrice. We need more people with your spirit and your positivity. And I don't mean that we gonna agree on everything, but I just think that you seem like a really cool person, and I like what you stand for. So
Praise God. Thank you. Thanks, Anton. I appreciate that. Same.
Don't
Right
thank
back at you.
God, thank Anton.
Is this your first time watching the show, Patrice?
Oh no, I'm a fan. I've been watching. We have our schedule: Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Thursday, Fridays.
She's on
and
it.
the
She's
Millionaire
on it.
Morning Show. Yeah.
Shout out to
She's
you.
on it.
Put my dad on.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But you seem like a really good person, and you argue your points in good faith. So I'm gonna give you your props.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, well, let me get to the super chats, y'all. GWM30329, thank you for the $5 ball. Desmond Phillips 6497, Patrice did great standing on business. Akene Bus Dev says, if the U.S. stops destabilizing other countries, then these refugees won't be coming here. If he bombed Venezuela, he will be getting 20 million here. A Beth Hunter says, why are they just finding this out? Next, why do they have the nerves to take their raw materials? Other countries should stop that. Just call me Solo. Stop moving the Goldfield shampoo. A Kene Bus Dev says you have to live in the U.S. 5 years to get citizenship. J Pity City says pro FBA, not pro diaspora. Thank you. All in no one place 7267. All in no one place says birthright citizenship does not apply to citizens. It applies for immigrants, and it's law. That's how being challenged. Anonymous Base says shampoo. By your logic, if immigrants are better for building your house, then who is better for working the cotton fields for next to nothing? Rob 103100 says Anton Daniels is awake. I thought you was asleep.
Is my glasses like making it seem like I'm asleep or something? Because I'm
You were laying back for a minute.
Yeah, no.
Well, because I was listening to y'all talk. I talk about Somalis almost every day, so I wanted to hear somebody else's perspective. I don't always have to say something. Sometimes I get passionate about certain subjects, and then other subjects I take a back seat and let y'all get y'all shit off. So
Was we wrong on Somalia? The Somali? Was we wrong?
I don't.
Y'all are all wrong.
My thing nowadays is not about right or wrong. I just want people to substantiate their argument.
Okay.
I welcome diversity of thought and different perspectives and different people having different opinions. And sometimes I jump in and sometimes I don't. I don't always want everybody to just say the thing that I think. I want people to give their authentic thoughts, and then I want to argue and have a conversation and debate. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes this show unique, is that I want people to be authentic. So sometimes, I don't always feel like it's necessary for me to just jump in just because I can. I want to hear other people's perspectives.
Awesome. Shout out to authenticity.
Yeah.
All in one place 7267 says if you seriously think that immigrants are the problem in America and not the billionaires corrupting politicians, then you are a chump. Jay Pity City says I didn't vote for Kamala because she was a woman. We will lose respect from countries if we have a woman president. Diddy Truck says moving soon, save time and money on your next truck rental nationwide with Diddy Truck. Compare prices from companies like U-Haul, Penske, and Budget with one click. Shout out to your business. Ikene Bustev says no American will work under 105-degree weather. Train 1304 says shampoo is a type of American that could destroy this country. He should just be quiet and wash his hands. No, but shout out to you guys in the chat. We appreciate you guys here and every Monday. Make sure you tune into the Millionaire Morning tomorrow morning. We will be going through each panelist on the panel. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you're interested in joining the panel, DM me on IG. Just say panel. If you know some girls that want to join, message me. But we'll start from the bottom. Kev, shout out to your channel. Anything you like to say before we dip out?
Yeah. My name is Kev Stutters. On YouTube, Instagram, all that. Yeah, I appreciate you for letting me come up, Q.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Patrice.
Thank you guys for having me. It was such a fun night. It's been a pleasure to just speak with you all. If you want to subscribe, you can follow me on Don't Take It Personal with Patrice on my YouTube channel.
Okay. Andrew?
I enjoy being here. I hope to maybe come back again. I enjoy discourse of all kinds, so this is cool.
Okay. Who's next on my screen?
Is that a polo thing next to your zipper? It's too close to the zipper. That's a
All we
bootleg.
know is that it's a popular quarter zip. Very distinguished.
I didn't have no zipping.
Rebecca, she knows. Quarter
I
zip.
got them.
That's where it's
Q,
quarter.
as always, a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on. You can find me over at the Gospel of Bob, open panel every night. Shampoo. I want to see you one of those days. Just do a quick pop in, man. The family loves you over there.
In the Bronx?
Gospel of Bob, open panel every single night from 6:30 until 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's dark humor. It's not church, honey. It's dark humor. But again, it's a privilege and an honor to be here with you guys. If I don't see you again, happy holidays.
Thank you, ma'am. Carmen?
I always enjoy my time here. You can follow me on Instagram, Carmen.Diaz92. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Shampoo?
Oh, yeah. Oh, catch me at Ask Shampoo on YouTube. And I love being here amongst all these young people. Oldest nigga on the block.
Still fine.
Oh, God. Thank you.
And then Dalen?
Well, it is always a pleasure being invited to speak. I love the dialoguing with you all. I love joking and cracking jokes and the small little insults and the chat monsters. I love them to death. Where would we be without the chat monsters? Y'all can watch me on Instagram at Tenderoni. Those are zeros. Watch me do what I do. I'm not a content creator. I just try to make content. So y'all have a good night.
Thank you guys again for joining. And you guys in the chat, have a good night. Okay, bye.
Good night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.